Hello, good evening. My name is Richard. This is over and over and over again. It's Matchday Live. It is the England Lionesses in the Nations League. This is Matchday 2, of course, following the victory over Scotland on Friday, a game, of course, we were at the Stadium of Light, which was good in places, but not so good in other places. And England maybe held on a little bit for the victory. But tonight it's going to be a lot tougher, isn't it? Away against Holland. Although Holland did lose to Belgium, of course, on Friday as well in the last minute. We know how good Holland are. So it's going to be a tough game, is it? It's coming out the other side of this. I'm going to play the World Cup theme again because why not?
Lionesses, you come so far, but don't forget who you are. Your roots are yours, but also ours. Giving hope to rising stars. Lionesses, here we go. 2-0.
There we go. A little the Lionesses theme tune there from Pete Drake. Very, very good. Indeed. Anyway, we've got the team news for you. Now, England have made 2 changes to the side that plays Scotland on Friday. So it's Mary Earps in goal as usual. There's no change at the back. It's Lucy Bronze, Millie Bright, Jess Carter and Alec Greenwood. In midfield, there is one change. Ella Toone comes in for Lauren James. So it's Georgia Stanway, Ella Toone and Katie Zellum. And there's a change in the front 3 as well. Alessia Russo comes in, which is good news, of course, isn't it? She's replacing Chloe Kelly. So it's Rachel Daly, looks like on the left. Alessia Russo. Actually, no, Rachel Daly will be on the right. Alessia Russo through the centre and Lauren Hemp, of course, on the left. Lauren Hemp got a great goal on Friday. So that's the England team then. Not too many kind of surprises, really. It's good to see Russo back. Hopefully she'll give us a little bit more threat up front than we had the other night, because although we played quite well in the first half, we didn't create a load of chances, did we? I mean, Rachel Daly can play up front, of course she can, but her movement off the ball is nowhere near what Russo brings. So I'm sure it's going to be a big difference tonight for England, and hopefully it will lead to a better attacking performance. And of course, Ella Toone comes in, which I'm a bit surprised about. She came on the other night, didn't do particularly well. I didn't think Lauren James had a great game either, to be honest, but surely there's other options on the bench. Chloe Kelly, is she injured? I thought she played well the other night till she went off. But anyway, this is a team, and it's a very good England team, as it usually is. For Holland, then, this is how they line up. In goal, it is Daphne van Domselaar, of course, just joined Aston Villa, very, very good young goalkeeper. It looks as though Victoria Pelova, of course, the Arsenal player, looks as though she might be playing right back or possibly right wing back, which a lot of Arsenal fans have been worried about. Have we got cover in the right back position? Well, we might find out tonight whether Vicky can play there. So she looks like she's at right back. It's Caitlin Deskoftoff and Dominique Janssen, of course, the centre backs, and Esme Brooks looks like she's going to be the other fullback on the left-hand side. She had a great World Cup, didn't she? Scored some cracking goals. In midfield, Jackie Groenen, Sherida Spitzo, still playing. 200-odd caps she's played for Holland. Incredible. And, of course, someone we know very well, Danielle van der Donk. And in the front 3, another player we know pretty well, Jill Roord, Linef Beerenstein and Lika Martin. So it's a very strong Holland side. In fact, the only change from the game the other night against Belgium is goalkeeper. Daphne van Domselaar was injured in that game, but she's back. And I believe she's going to be the best goalkeeper in the world, in a couple of years' time. She's already very, very good now. And I just think she's just going to get better and better. So we'll have to see. It's going to be difficult to beat her. She had a great World Cup, didn't she? You have to say. We've got some comments in the chat. Nick said, good evening, and yourself, hope you're well. We've got Emerson as well, says, good evening, and yourself, mate, hope you're well. And Terry, of course, as always, he says, come on, you Lionesses. Indeed, come on, you Lionesses. I mean, people say, oh, it's only the Nations League, but when you think this is a new competition for the women, it's an international competition that we can win. So why not try and win another trophy? It's great, isn't it? Yes, it means more games, and there's too many games already. We know that. But if it means that this sort of competition is going to replace all the pointless friendlies, I'm all in favour of it. Let's get rid of the friendlies and play some competitive games instead. And this is like Friday night. That was a very competitive game, and I'm sure this will be as well. And ultimately, there's a trophy at stake, isn't there, at the end of it all? So it is. It's worth playing. Not quite sure the timing of it in pre-season, but anyway, so soon after the World Cup. But Holland have been the same boat. They went a long way in the World Cup as well, didn't they? So they've not had a lot of rest either. And I say, we know they're a very good technical team, aren't they? Of course, Sarina will know quite a lot about them. Of course, being their former manager, as we know, and very successful she was with them back on her home nation. The game's in Utrecht, actually, which is 23,000 stadium, so it's going to be good, isn't it? A different type of ground. It's not one of the bigger stadiums in Holland, but it should be a good atmosphere. Emerson says Blackstenius has played 90 minutes and Hertig plays 67 minutes, and our other players are playing tonight. Keep me informed of their game. Well, yeah, please, mate. Yeah, if you can, that'd be great. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Sweden are in the Nations League as well. We know that we've got some Swedish, but obviously our team are all over the place, aren't they? And there are a few, of course, playing in this game. Well, Alessia Russo and Vicky Pelova, one on each team. Of course, Lotta Wuber might have to pull out of the squad. We're not far from kickoff, actually, so we need to give a score prediction with you, that way, because we didn't do particularly well the other night. I went for 4-1 and you went for 3-0 and it ended up 2-1, but that's the way it goes. I mean, Holland are a good side. They're at home. They need to win, having lost the other night, so they're going to be up for this game. A win for England will put us really in a strong position in this group, wouldn't we? Especially if Scotland can do us a favour against Belgium. What are you thinking of the score then against Holland?
I don't know. I think I'm hoping we win, obviously. 2-1 maybe.
Well, yeah.
Close game.
I think it will be a close game. I mean, you have to think Holland are better than Scotland, and Holland are at home. And, you know, we didn't play particularly well the other night. Will we play better tonight? Possibly.
You've got to back your home. You've got to back England.
I mean, we've got such a great record under Sarina, especially in these big games when it matters. We generally turn up and get the result, don't we? But I think it's going to be really tough tonight. Holland are a very good team, and they need to win, and they're going to come at this and they're going to go for it. I'm thinking a draw, actually. Emerson's gone for a 2-2 draw. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of thinking a draw myself, and I do think there may well be goals in this game, but I'll go 1-1 then, just to be slightly different. But I think a draw. I think it's got a draw written all over it. Terry's gone 3-2. Is that 3-2 to Holland or is that 3-2 to England? Not really sure which way around you mean it there. Nick Nat says, I was really impressed by the Netherlands at the World Cup. Yeah, so was I. Yeah. And if you look at pretty much the last 4 or 5 tournaments, they've been really, really good. They've got some great players, and some of these players have played for a number of years, haven't they? They've got a very settled team. And although they've changed their manager a few times, obviously Sarina's not going to have any surprises. She's not going to be, you know, she knows these players inside out. She managed most of them when she was there. So it's not like she's going to be caught out by anything. But yeah, I mean, Holland are a good side. And, you know, in a competitive environment, which it is, it's going to be a tough game for us. And I think we're going to have to play exceptionally well to win. And looking at the other night, I'm not too sure if, you know, where these players are in pre-season, are we able to step up that level that we'll need to do from Friday against a better team away from home and win? I'm not sure. I'd love us to win, of course, but I think a draw wouldn't be a bad result, actually, having won our first game. It keeps us that lead over Holland, and depending on the result of the other game, it's not going to be a bad result for us, is it really? Let's be honest. Terry says 3-2, we've got Russo. Well, we have got Russo, yeah, because we missed her the other night, I felt. Yeah. That was the one thing we were missing. You know, Rachel's a great player. She was WSL Golden Boot winner. She can score goals, but a different option from the bench up front we didn't have. And tonight, we don't really have it tonight either, because we've got Daly and Russo both starting this game, and there isn't really another striker on the bench. And that is an issue for England at the minute, isn't it? It's one maybe weak area, centre forward. We don't have a lot of options, but let's hope Russo's fit. She had to miss the game the other night. Of course, she had a brilliant impact for Arsenal, didn't she, in the Champions League game, scoring those 2 goals just a couple of weeks ago. So we know she's got form with her. Let's just hope she's fit, and let's hope she stays fit at the end of the game as well, because the WSL season, of course, starts on Sunday, doesn't it? And we don't want her to be missing for the game against Liverpool, do we? So let's hope she gets through it. But it is a national anthem there. It is, of course, our national anthem, which the away team always goes first. So we'll have a little listen to that, shall we? Just for something to do. That's just enough of that. I was singing in my head. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, that was a little bit of the England national anthem, which was kind of slightly ruined by this singer, which isn't really what we want. England are going to be in their blue kit tonight, which is good. We do like the blue kit, and of course it was great in the World Cup, wasn't it, when we won against Australia wearing it? So let's hope it brings us good luck. Sarina there was clapping the singer, probably because she doesn't care about the England national anthem. It's going to be the Dutch national anthem. It doesn't look like she's going to be singing this one, which is even better. Oh, someone else is going to be singing it. So let's see what happens on this one then. See if this is any better singing. It looks like it might be, but let's not hold our breath too much. Well, it's slightly a bit more funky, isn't it? But it sounds like a Christmas carol, so I don't think we need that.
Yeah, just as this.
In September. But anyway, the national anthem was done slightly differently. The other night, the other night it was just normal. They played the tune and the crowd sung it really, which was good. A Scottish band sung a Scottish one, and it's a better way to do it. Football, I think you just need to have the crowd singing the national anthem, don't you? Sarina seems to be enjoying it anyway, so that's fair enough. I mean, it is a national anthem at the end of the day. So it sounds just as bad. Yeah, well, it is just as bad. Yeah, it's slightly different, but it's just as bad. Anyway, Holland are going to be in their traditional home kit, of course, the orange, which is unmistakable, really, isn't it? And it's always been a fantastic kit, hasn't it? I've always liked watching Holland play since the 1978 World Cup, actually, watching that great Holland team. And I've always loved Dutch football since then, really. And, you know, the women have kind of followed that tradition, haven't they? The style of football that they play. They're always good to watch. And I'm sure it'll be a good game, this will be. I'm sure it'll be a better game than we saw on Friday.
Hope so.
Just because, you know, maybe England and Scotland as well, it was always going to be a very sort of tight game, wasn't it? Because Scotland were going to come and do everything that they could to stop us from getting the result. Whereas I think Holland at home are going to play football because that's what they do. And I think it'll lead to a much better game, which might favour us a little bit, actually, because we might be able to play our game a little bit more easily than we did against Scotland the other night. Maybe we'll have to see how it works out. But yeah, we're just coming up to the kickoff now. Like all TV channels, they decide to put adverts, squeeze as many adverts in as they can before the game starts, which is a bit of a shame, isn't it? But anyway, I suppose at least there's not a subscription to ITV than there is on Sky, so we can't really grumble too much. But we will be starting very soon anyway. This game in the Nations League, the second group game for England. Of course, the other team in the group, as we said, is Belgium. They are playing Scotland tonight. That's our next game, of course, against Belgium in the next international break, which I think is November, isn't it? So that's going to be a difficult game. Belgium are a decent side. I say they did beat Holland the other night. So we know what to kind of expect, really, don't we? It's going to be a difficult game, but it does look as though Victoria Pelova is going to be playing right back, which is going to be quite interesting, actually. I'm quite looking forward to seeing how she gets on playing there. And is it a position that she could fill in at Arsenal if necessary? Because I say we don't have a lot of cover in that area, do we? With Laura still out injured for most of the season. So we'll have to see how she gets on there. She's going to be coming up against Lauren Hemp as well, which obviously they'll be facing each other in the WSL as well at some stage, won't they, when we play Manchester City. So a good test for her. But let's see how England get on tonight. Slightly different formation, well, slightly different lineup, certainly in the attacking sense. You know, Ella tunes in from the start. She's got a lot to prove for me. She's not played well for a while now for England, apart from that great goal that she scored in the World Cup in the semi-final. She's been really sort of off her form for England, I think, for a while now. So it's a big opportunity for her tonight to maybe get her form back against, you know, a very, very strong Dutch midfield, as it usually is. And England need to sort of impose our game on it tonight, because I say we didn't really do that at all the other night, did we? It was quite poor. So let's hope that we're better tonight. Terry says there, oh no, they've dropped LJ. I'm absolutely gutted. I thought you might be disappointed, Terry, that Lauren James isn't playing. The ball's come out on some remote control car, which they've done, of course, before. They did it at the Euros, didn't they, as well? Quite, you know, it goes off again. So it looks like some kids driving it, nearly crashed into some of the players. But the car's gone off the pitch now. And we've got the ball. Ella too found that quite funny, which was quite good. And we are just about to get underway here in Utrecht. It's going to be England to kick off. We're attacking the goal to our right in this first half, wearing the all blue kit, which I think is quite smart. And Holland, of course, in all orange, as you would expect. And we are off and underway. And England in possession on this near side it is Jess Carter goes long. Actually, it's a good ball. Straight away, we're on the attack. Lauren Hemp it is, but
she's getting pushed off the
she
ball.
got pushed off the ball a little bit there. But Holland have got the ball clear. That was the first opportunity there for Victoria Palova. Came up against Lauren Hemp. Anyway, Millie Bright plays the ball back to Mary Earps, who's all in green tonight, and obviously very, very popular, isn't she? They was all singing her name the other night throughout the game, which was a little bit strange for a goalkeeper getting that many fans sort of cheering for him. It doesn't often happen, does it? Most teams, their goalkeeper isn't one of the most popular players. Of course, Mary's a great character, isn't she? Jess Carter's gone down injured actually already. Not quite sure what happened there. It was a challenge and she's gone down and she might need some treatment actually. Very, very early on in this game, which isn't really ideal, is it? We've got a few defenders on the bench though, so it's not a position. She had a little clash there with Lika Martins, it was, as they went up for the ball. And I don't know whether she landed a bit awkwardly there, Jess Carter, but she's okay. She's going to get up and back playing again. Not like the men's players who tend to roll around for 4 hours and need some treatment that they don't really need. Jess Carter's up again and we're back. And it is Holland coming forward. A ball played forward, looking for Bierenstein, who gets in behind Jess Carter, actually. Of course, she played against Arsenal in the Champions League and scored, didn't she, last season in the group stage. And Holland now coming forward for the first time, really, in this game, knocking the ball around quite well. It is played out to that far side. And Jill Rord is now in possession. She tends to pop up with a goal or two, doesn't she? Dominique Janssen tries a shot from distance, actually, and it was blocked. But England haven't really managed to get the ball away. And it is Holland still in possession just inside their own half with Speets as a captain, who seems to have played for Holland forever, doesn't she? Anyway, Janssen's coming forward again, plays it up this near side to Brooks, of course, who has such a good World Cup. There's an overlap, but she cuts inside, tries that shot, which was successful in the World Cup. That one gets blocked, and England clear it away again. But again, it's Holland who pick up possession, and the ball's gone back to goalkeeper Van Domselaar. Back in goal again for Holland. What a great World Cup she had. It's going to be interesting to see how she gets on in the WSL. Of course, Aston Villa made some good signings, haven't they? So they're expected to do quite well, and she's going to be very difficult to get past. When we've got Aston Villa quite early in the season, haven't we, as well? So that's going to be good. We've got quite a tough start, haven't we? Man United as well, and Aston Villa in the first 3 games. Liverpool as well at home in the first game. Not going to be easy, is it? But anyway, we need to get off to a good start. But we'll look ahead to the WSL, of course, on Friday and on the show with the guys. We'll look ahead, of course, to the big kickoff. Seems to have been a long time since last season finished, but we're back off and underway on Sunday. That's going to be really good. Looking forward to that. Anyway, England trying to come forward now. This near side. It wasn't a great ball, actually, from Jess Carter, and Dominique Janssen can easily pick that up, goes back to Speets and plays it out to that far side. Holland have settled quite quickly in this game. That's a great ball inside at the fullback, pulled back, but it's Georgia Stanway there. But again, England can't really get it clear. We're definitely on the back foot in these early stages here. We've played nearly 4 minutes, and so far England haven't really got going. And it's all Holland possession. Yeah. And they're coming forward again. This is Vicky Palova. Can she get a cross in? She's held up by Rachel Daly, just lays the ball back. And Holland looking very, very
in control,
comfortable and confident at the minute where they're knocking the ball around. And England just sort of maybe just keeping our shape at the minute. We're not panicking, but Holland have had all the possession. It's Brooks again on this near side, going to try and go past Lucy Bronze, cuts in field instead. She's going to try a shot issue, which is a couple of those goals in the World Cup were good, weren't they? But anyway, Holland again. Oh, that wasn't a good ball actually that time from Lika Martins, and Vicky Palova couldn't keep that in. It's gone behind for a throw to England. But Holland there, that was their first real opportunity to come forward. The pull back to the edge of the box there, looking for the run of Van der Donk, I think it was, coming in, but it was cleared away by England. But it's still Holland again in possession. They're pushing England back in these early stages. But then that's what England did to Scotland the other night, wasn't it, for 20 minutes? And then Scotland broke out and had some chances on the counter attack. I'm sure we will as well. But at the moment, it's a matter of keeping Holland at bay. But it's going to be a throw to Holland over on that far side. Vicky Palova is going to take it by the look of it. She's just retying her boots up. And it looks quite a big crowd in, actually. I mean, I don't know if it's a full house. I think this crowd holds 23,000, so it's not as big, obviously, as the Stadium of Light, but it looks reasonably full. There's some empty seats on halfway, which look as though they're probably the executive seats, maybe, or the family and stuff like that. I'm not sure, but other than that, it looks quite full. Anyway, Holland is still in possession coming forward, and there's a good tackle there, though, by Georgia Stanway. It is a throw, though, to Holland, and England just having to be very alert in these early stages to try to keep Holland out. But now England have got possession. Katie Zelemick was there, played it back to goalkeeper Mary Earps as she goes long up this near side looking for Lucy Bronze. Got that great goal on Friday. She always seems to score when we're at the games. I don't know how that seems to work. She seems to save all her goals when we're there. I think three of the last 4 games that we've been to for the Lionesses, Lucy scored. So she probably won't score tonight. But it was a great goal, wasn't it? That header. Brilliant.
Brilliant.
And she does tend to pop up with a goal or two. But anyway, that's a poor header actually there. I think that might have been Ella too.
Come on.
England have won it back with Katie Zellerman. Now we can come forward.
Come on.
This is looking a little better. Lauren Hemp on this near side. Goes round the outside. Great play from Lauren Hemp. She tries to get the crossing, but Speets is there, cuts it out. But Hemp still in possession, plays it to the edge of the box. Oh, that's a poor touch there from Katie Zellerman, I think it was.
Keep it there,
and now Holland looking to get a counter attack. Really Bright steps in and wins the ball back. And now Lucy Bronze has got it on this near side, plays it forward to Georgia Stanway. Surely that's a foul, ref. It is a foul. And it was Jill Roard who likes giving away fouls, doesn't she? She's back in the WSL, of course, this season as well, signed for Manchester City. So we'll be seeing her very soon as well when Arsenal play them. That's quite early in the season as well, isn't it? So we've got some big games coming up in the next few weeks. Anyway, Georgia Stanway plays that ball out to that far side. Alex Greenwood finds the Rachel Daly, who's over. Actually, Rachel Daly's on the left and Lauren Hemp's on the right, surprisingly, in this early stage. I mean, I think they will switch as well at some point. I mean, Rachel Daly obviously played on the left quite a lot for England. That's a long ball forward, but it was a bit of an aimless ball, actually. It was easily headed clear there. And Russo hasn't had a kick yet. We've played nearly 8 minutes. She hasn't even touched the ball, I don't think, Alessia Russo, because we haven't had it up that end of the pitch. It's not her fault. She hasn't had the ball, but she hasn't even touched it yet. Anyway, Speets. So it looks like she's sort of playing as a centre back, actually. Or is it a 3 at the back, maybe, with Janssens playing on this left-hand side? And I think it's sort of like 2 fullbacks, really, isn't it? With Brooks and Palova pushing on each side. That seems to be how Holland have set up in this game. Just Carter does well there, but that's not a great ball. Didn't really give Lauren Hemp a lot of chance there. And Dominique Janssen stepped in and put it behind. It's a throw to England. Another, of course, ex-Arsenal player. We've had a few Dutch players at Arsenal over the years, haven't we? And a couple of them in this, well, 3 of them in this Holland team tonight. And of course, it would have been one of our current players as well. Vivian Minimal had she been fit. But anyway, England are coming forward now, and Russo's trying to get involved, and she still hasn't managed to quite get a touch of the ball. And Holland managed to get that clear, but at least they're trying to get her involved. Looks strange seeing her wearing number 9, actually, because she always wears 23 usually for England and for Arsenal. But she's wearing number 9 tonight, which is a little bit unsettling, really. But anyway, we'll get used to it, I'm sure, as the game goes on. Rachel Daly's got the ball over on that far side. She's wearing number 7 again, which is a bit confusing because she normally wears number 9. So anyway, we'll kind of figure it out from where they are on the pitch. England just looking to get a little bit of possession now, really, because we haven't had an awful lot yet. We're just knocking it around at the back. Alex Greenwood now. And England have almost got a 3 at the back as well. And Alex Greenwood plays that ball forward. That's a good ball, actually, in behind. The cross comes in. Russo's there. Can she get there? No, she can't, because Dominic Janssen was there. But actually, the ball's only come to Lucy Bronze on this near side for England. Lucy Bronze puts a cross in. And well taken there by Van Dopselaar, the Dutch goalkeeper. But that was better from England. At least we got the ball forward for the first time. And it was a good cross, actually. I think that was Lauren Hemp over on the left-hand side this time, put the cross in. Looking for Russo, but Dominic Janssen came across and got the defensive block in. And in the end, Lucy Bronze's cross came to nothing. But that was better from England. Finally, we've managed to, ask a few questions of that Dutch defence, which so far has had quite an easy time of it. Anyway, Holland now coming forward with Jill Roord, turns and then plays the ball back to Spitzer. And now Holland again coming forward over on that far side. And it was Lika Martins has put it out. It came off Alex Greenwood. That is a throw to Holland over on that far side. We've played 10 minutes and England just starting to maybe settle a little bit into this game. It's been a tough start, but we're just about settling down now. But Holland are still in possession over on that far side, looking to get the breakthrough. Victoria Palovi, she's going to try a shot from the edge of the box. She does try a shot. It hits Jess Carter, and England can now try and bring the ball clear. Ella Toon finds Lucy Bronze. She touches it back to Jess Carter. There's a good block there, actually, from the Chelsea defender. I'm not sure if that shot would have posed Mary Earps too many problems, but it was good defending. And England have got the ball now with Jess Carter again, plays it forward into the path there. Ella Toon, well laid off. And now England are trying to come forward with Russo. She's just touched it off. And now England have got a counter-attack here. Bit of an opportunity to get forward. Ella Toon. She's looking for some support. She took too long to make her mind up. She didn't have a lot of support there, to be fair to her, but she took too long. And Holland have won the ball back. She needed to maybe make a decision sooner, whether it was to go backwards or try and find a pass. In the end, she just slowed down, took all the momentum out of that attack and lost the ball. And Holland now back in possession inside their own half. But I think they've been a little bit brighter in the last couple of minutes, trying to get the ball forward. It's a long ball over the top, looking for Beerenstein, but it's going to run all the way through to Mary Earps. And that's not going to pose too many problems there, is it, to the England goalkeeper? 12 minutes played in Utrecht. It is still Holland 0, England 0, which, a draw would be a disaster for England, but we want to see an improved performance certainly from the second half the other night, which was really, really poor. And hopefully, if that's the case, we'll have a chance to get a good result here. But so far, Holland are playing well. They're knocking the ball around comfortably. They've had most of the possession. But they haven't really created too much yet, have they? They've not really had Mary Earps hasn't had a save to make. So for all their possession, we're still defending quite well. And we've defended well again. Well, that was a poor touch there, actually, from, it was Russo, wasn't it? Just laid the ball back straight to the Holland player. And now Holland can come forward themselves with Brooks down this near side. Van der Donk complaining about something there, but she gets the ball, gets it back again, the former Arsenal player. Now, of course, at Lyon, played against Arsenal in the Champions League last season, didn't she? Of course, she was there when Viv got that bad injury. She was at the comfort on the pitch, wasn't she? Anyway, England now are coming forward. This is much better now. Russo got a run in down that far side. Just lays the ball off. And England finally getting some possession in the Holland half, which is the first time we've had too much sustained possession there, but still not really able to create too much. But this is looking a little bit better now. Katie Zellum plays the ball to this near side. Lucy Bronze, a little bit of space. Now she's closed down, just exchanges passes there with Stanway. And then goes back to Jess Carter, goes all the way back to Mary Earps. England just maybe looking to try to keep some possession rather than try and do too much else at the minute. Jess Carter again on this near side. Just plays it in to Lucy Bronze. Again, closed down and has to go backwards. And Holland are pressing us quite high up the pitch, making it difficult for us to get out. But Alex Greenwood now has got a little bit of space over on that far side. Beerenstein does now close her down, forces her to go long. Looking for Lauren Hemp, but Holland again have won the ball. But that's given away there by Beerenstein, actually. And England maybe now can try to come forward. But no, Katie Zellum goes back to Mary Earps again. And I don't know whether England are trying to suck the Dutch in and then try to get in behind. I'm not really sure. It's not really working because we can't get about half. And then Mary Earps has got the ball at her feet inside the penalty area. As we come up towards the 15-minute mark. No real chances yet for either side. And England are struggling to launch too many attacks. Russo there couldn't keep hold of that ball. Bounced off her a little bit. And she needs to keep possession better. But there's a good play that was there from Lauren Hemp, I think it was. Yeah. And now it's Georgia Stanway in England looking to try to come forward. But again, Lucy Bronze just goes back and Jess Carter plays it back again to Millie Bright. Who's coming forward now, plays a long ball up this near side. Lucy Bronze now, a little bit of space. cuts in field, looking for some support, but instead she has to go back again to Millie Bright. She pops it into the centre circle to Katie Zell. That's a nice little layoff to Alex Greenwood, and England now looking a little bit more threatening here. There was a turn away there from Ella too, but she ran straight into trouble. Rachel Daly's battling away for the ball over on that far side. She does well, and England keep possession. A little bit better this from England. Is it going to lead to a chance on goal?
They're good at closing us down, like.
Yeah, they're closing us down pretty quickly at the minute, and Lauren Hemp there couldn't keep the ball in its run out of play. And it's going to be a throw to Holland over on that far side. 15.5 minutes played. It is still 0-0. But Holland have been in control of this game so far. But England have just started to have a little bit more possession. And we've defended pretty well, actually. We've just won the ball back again. Lucy Bronze just plays it in field to Katie Zellum. I thought she played well against Scotland, actually, Katie Zellum. She moves the ball well in midfield. Filling in, of course, for Kira Walsh, who's out injured at the moment. A big miss, of course, but I think Katie's done a good job when she's had to play. She had a good game in the World Cup as well, didn't she? Was it Nigeria she had to play against? Was it Nigeria or was it another game? But she had a good game when she came in the World Cup, didn't she? So, it's a free kick currently to England over on the far side. Alex Greenwood plays it down the line, looking for Lauren Hemp, who's now moved back over to the left-hand side where she's more comfortable, isn't she? I think she does her best work out over on that left-hand side. And that ball's a long ball by Holland again, looking to try and get Beerenstein in behind, and she has done, but she's offside. And it's going to be a free kick to England. That seems to be the ball they're looking for quite a lot, to try and get the pace of Beerenstein in behind the England defence, but she was offside on that occasion. She just went a little bit too early there. And she was offside, you can see from the replay there. She seems to think she wasn't, but I think clearly she was. And it is a free kick to England, which I think Mary Earps is going to take. Coming up towards the halfway point in this first half, and no real chances yet, actually, for either team. So England need to maybe try and step it up a little bit. Mary Earps is going to take this free kick up that far side. It's headed on well, actually, by Russo. But again, Holland picked the loose ball up, and it's now with Dominic Janssen, who does well in the middle of the pitch and then dinks the ball over the top again, looking for Beerenstein, who does well to hold it up and then touch it off to Van der Donk. And again, Holland looking comfortable with the ball, but not really getting in behind the England defence so far, which is good. And maybe this is a good away performance so far from England. Happy to let Holland have possession, but restricting them to virtually no opportunities so far. Still very early in this game, of course. Janssen coming forward now towards the edge of the England penalty. Been allowed to run a long way. Tries to thread the ball to Van der Donk, but a little bit wider than maybe she would have wanted. In fact, it wasn't Van der Donk. It's Lika Martins. And she lays it back to Van der Donk, and Holland still in possession. Jill Raw touches it off. And Holland now looking to break down the England defence. Again, it's a ball looking to go over the top. Good defending from Lucy Bronze, but again, it falls to Brox on the edge of the area, and England can't get the ball away at the minute. And this is good play from Holland. Van der Donk on this near side, looking for some movement ahead of her again. It's a good run from Brox, who managed to keep the ball in, but she was offside as well. Good line from England, and another Holland attack comes to nothing. Terry says, I know it's early days, but it looks like we haven't played together before. I don't know. I just think that we've set ourselves up in this game maybe to allow Holland to have the ball. And they're not creating anything. We just haven't really offered enough going forward the other way, have we, so far? One good ball into the box that was defended well, but that's it. And we're not really put their defence under too much pressure. But you can kind of see how we've set up, which I don't think is a bad thing when you're away from home against a team that likes to have the ball. You have to sort of shut the doors on them, really. And that's what we've managed to do. Our forward passes have been not very good, and that one there wasn't particularly good. And we've just given away possession, which we need to keep the ball better. But yeah, we kind of set up in this way, I think, to allow Holland to have the ball, and hopefully, as the game goes on, we'll get a bit more possession in their half and put them under a bit more pressure. But anyway, Dominic Jansen's done well, but that's not a great cross, not a great crossfield ball, sorry. And Rachel Daly heads it out for a throw to Holland. Emerson says here, Rord gets the first shot on target tonight. She's very dangerous, isn't she? Making those runs into the box, getting on the end of things. She did it a lot for us. Another ball forward there. Good defending again from Jess Carter, who's looked a little bit more solid than maybe the other night when I don't think she had a great game, especially in the second half. Coming forward again, Jill Rod on the run. She tries a shot at goal, but it's straight at goalkeeper Mary Earps. Comfortable save there for the England number one. And it just opened up a little bit there for Jill Rod. She went past one challenge from Katie Zellerman from about, 20, 25 yards or so. A shot which is going to take something special to beat Mary Earps from there, isn't it? Let's be honest. And that was a comfortable save. But Holland, again, are keeping possession. England can't get the ball. But so far, not really too many chances to worry about at this moment, but a long way still to go in this game. That ball's gone out. It's going to be a throw to Holland again over on the far side. We've played 21 and a half minutes. Sarina is up on her feet there in the dugout, trying to maybe get a little bit more from the team. Although maybe I say this could be the game plan in the early stages to just let them have the ball and frustrate them a little bit. But I just think we need to try and create a few more problems for them anyway. Holland are coming forward again. Jill Ward lays it off to that far side. And Palova now looking to cut past Rachel Daly. It's a decent ball into the box, but it's going to come all the way through into the arms of Mary Earps. The good news is Victoria Palova's playing pretty well for Holland. So that's a good sign, isn't it? Ahead of the start of the new WSL season, looking pretty good. It wasn't necessarily the greatest cross. She was looking for the run of Bierenstein there on the edge of the 6-yard box, but it was overhit. And it ran through to Mary Earps.
We're just kind of going out where all of these half.
No, we're not. We can't get through there. They're pressing us quite high when we've got the ball. We just can't get through it, really. A bit similar to what Scotland did to us in the second half on Friday. We struggled with the press, didn't we? We couldn't really get out, and it wasn't a sort of an easy game. And this is looking very similar. We can't seem to get out of our half very easily. Is that a weakness that this England team have got? Maybe that.
Well, I've seen them play much better than this.
A high press we seem to be struggling with. But anyway, we're in possession now with Jess Carter, and she brings the ball forward, and we now do get into the Holland half. A nice little layoff there from Hemp, and Rachel Daly's got a bit of space over on that far side. But again, Holland are forcing us back. But a nice little turn from Katie Zellum, pinks the ball over the top over on the far side. This is better. An opportunity now for England maybe to get the ball into the box, perhaps. But we'll see. Rachel Daly with a cross. It's a decent cross coming all the way through. Lucy Bronze was a little bit slow reacting to that, maybe not expecting it to come all the way through. And it's gone behind for a goal kick. But that was a bit better from England. That was a good ball from Rachel Daly. Of course, it was her cross the other night that set up the goal for Lauren Hemp, wasn't it? With a that was a great cross, and that one wasn't quite so good, but it certainly was a dangerous ball, and it just was a little bit too far ahead of all the England players, and Lucy Bronze at the far side couldn't get there. But England now picked the ball up again in midfield. Katie Zellum plays it forward, looking for Russo. Was she fouled? Sorry, with Lauren Hemp that was. Was she fouled? I'm not sure if she was, but England keep possession anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. And now it is with Millie Bright. Plays the ball out to that far side. Alex Greenwood. England looking to try to put a little bit more pressure on that Holland defence. 24 minutes played. It is still 0-0. And England have struggled to really impose themselves in this game so far. And Holland now back in possession inside their own penalty area. And Jansen goes back to Van Domslaar, who's not had a save to make. Just about one cross she had to claim. Other than that, we haven't tested her yet. Speaks to them, plays it out to the far side. Holland again coming forward. Ball played up the line. Oh, that's a lovely turn actually from Victoria Palova. That's a better cross into the box, but it's headed away by Jess Carter. But Holland again have picked up the second ball. That's what they've done well so far in this game. And Dominique Janssen now in possession midway inside the England half. Plays it back though to Speecher inside the centre circle. Holland trying to build another attack. They're being fairly patient and not rushing things. And so far England are dealing with everything. Well, that's a poor ball there actually from Rachel Daly. Not quite sure what that was. Well, I must have. Did it get a deflection? It looks like it's. That was a lovely turn there from Victoria Palova. She is having a good game, you have to say, which is good news from an Arsenal perspective, but not necessarily for the Lionesses tonight because she's looking very, very sharp and lively. Anyway, Russo's just won a free kick there for England. Looking a little bit frustrated. She's given away a free kick. She's given away a free kick. And Holland have taken it quickly. And this is a moment here. Cross coming into the box. Headed away again by Jess Carter. She's actually defending really well tonight. But Holland maybe not making the most of some of these opportunities that they've got. Another ball into the box. That one's flicked on by Janssen. Headed away though by Millie Bright. And now England can try to get it away with Rachel Daly. Oh, that's a poor ball back. Put Alex Greenwood under pressure. That was Ella too, actually, I think it was. She's going to pick this ball up now. And now England maybe can come forward. Tooney and Russo linking up well, of course. The two great friends. But anyway, Holland now have won the ball back. And again, another England attempt at an attack has come to nothing. And that's pretty much the story of this first 26 and a half minutes. It's not been great for England, but Holland haven't really looked like scoring either for all their nice possession. And Victoria Palova tried to turn Rachel Daly again, but has won a free kick over on that far side. And another opportunity for Holland to maybe get the ball in the box. Speech is saying to the referee there, that's 2 or 3 times there's been England fouls. And I don't know whether she wants a yellow card. You're not allowed to ask for a yellow card anymore, are you? But anyway, as the captain of Holland, she's allowed to speak to the referee. And she's going to take this free kick. And she's going to probably fire it towards the edge of that penalty area. And England are going to have some more defending to do from this set piece when it finally arrives. Comes in now towards the penalty spot. It's a decent ball. Good header away, though, by Millie Bright. But again, the second ball is picked up by Holland. That was by Jill Roord. And now it's with Jackie Groden, former Manchester United player, of course. Plays it out to that far side to Speecher. Again, another ball into the box. Flicked on. But again, it's good defending from Alex Greenwood. But that wasn't so good defending. And England almost lose the ball in a dangerous area. But I think it was Georgia Stanway there managed to get it clear. And England are really struggling to get the ball out about half a long spells in this game so far, which isn't really what we want, is it? Terry says there, Palova looking sharp. Yeah, she is. She's looking really good. Terry says, well, England's problem is that there's too many Chelsea players in the squad. We need the Gooner girls back. Well, yeah, I mean, let's be honest, though. It's only really Leah Williamson. Lotta Woober-Moy doesn't play, does she? So it's not like there's loads and loads of Arsenal players to come into the England team, is there? Anyway, Beth. well, yeah, Beth, of course, Beth, yeah. Keep forgetting about Beth. She's not played for so long. Can't forget about Beth. No, of course not. We don't forget about her. She might actually play Sunday at some point in the game, maybe. We'll have to see. Anyway, Holland coming forward again with Van der Donk. And now it's back with Janssen. It's almost like an old Arsenal game, isn't it, with these Holland players? But that's a poor ball actually from Daniel Van der Donk in England. Pick it up again. Jesus, Holland lose the ball and they're very quick to close down and shut the space and make it difficult for England to get out. They've done that really well actually. And Lika Martins has won a throw over on that far side. But yeah, it's not looking great for England at the moment, is it? We've played nearly half an hour and we've not even had a shot at goal yet. But then it took us a while on Friday to get a shot at goal, and then we scored sort of 3 goals, one of which was disallowed. But when we get going, we are very good. But so far tonight, we are struggling. Holland coming forward again. This is a good run into the box. There's going to be a shot comes in. Oh, great save there from Mary Earps. Really good save. That's the first real save she's had to make, actually. Proper, decent save there. Good run into the box. So it was a defender that runs into the box. Goes past 2 or 3 chances a little bit too easily, and that was going in the top corner. That's a good save, actually, for Mary Earps. at a near post to deny Holland a goal that you have to say they probably deserve a lead, but good goalkeeping there. And that's the one thing with Mary Earps, that, you know, she doesn't always have a lot to do, but she generally comes up with a good save when needed, as she did the other night, of course, as well. But anyway, it's a corner out to Holland. The first corner, I think, of this game comes in. She had your 6-yard box, and Mary Earps is there, grabs that ball out of the air, just as it looked as though Beerenstein was going to try and get a header on it. But good goalkeeping again there. She had a good couple of moments there, Mary Earps. A good save and then a good claim from the corner as well. And when we need her, she generally doesn't let us down, does she, very often? Anyway, England now trying to play it out from
and back. It's frustrating.
There's no forward pass on. I mean, long ball there. This is better for England. Lucy Bronze flicked that on, and now Lauren Hemp decides to take control. She's got a player outside of there. It wasn't a great ball, actually. Ella Toon's got to hurry after this. She does manage to keep it in. Gives it back again to Lauren Hemp. And England finally getting the ball in the Dutch half, but not really putting under pressure. Really, it goes back again. Alex Greenwood now, a little bit of time. Plays it up the line to Rachel Daly, cuts infield to Ella Toon. This is a bit better from England, but we still not really look as though we're going to be able to find a goal scoring opportunity. Russo having to come deep to get the ball, lays it off to Jess Carter. Now it's with Lucy Bronze, and that's back in the England half, and it's probably going to go back to the goalkeeper, and it does. We had a spell of possession there, but we've ended up having to go backwards. Very little movement up front, really, for England. Which is a little bit of a worry. We've played nearly 32 minutes. Millie Bright now finds Jess Carter. Jess Carter quite often will play us an easy ball. Millie Bright has played a terrible ball. Gives it straight to Jill Raw, and suddenly Holland have got our player over. It's Lika Martins inside the box. Good defending, though, from Jess Carter. She might not always like playing the ball forward. She doesn't play a risky pass, but she's defended really well, and that was a great tackle as well. Just as it looks as though there might have been a goal for Holland. A good tackle that was there from Jess Carter, who's been really solid defensively in this game. Anyway, Holland still in possession on this near side. Janssen again plays the ball forward to Bruggs, and that's a nice ball out again. Holland keeping possession well, but so far England have kept them out. We've played 32.5 minutes. Holland coming forward, though, again over on that far side with Vicky Palova. Her and Rachel Daly have come up against each other quite a few times in this game, as they will do, no doubt, in a few weeks' time in the WSL. Holland coming forward again, but Vicky couldn't get hold of that ball, and Alex Greenwood now has got a chance to play the ball away. Instead, she just finds Katie's element. England trying to almost a mistake there for Millie Bright, but England managed to play through the press. Oh, it's a terrible mistake. It's an opportunity now for Holland.
Jesus, get back.
Lika Martins with a finish into the goal, and Holland have scored. That was a disaster from England.
That was ridiculous.
Terrible defending. We've just saying how well England defended overall, but that was terrible there. We gave the ball away to Lika Martins inside the penalty area, and you can't afford to do that. And an easy finish from the PSG player. And what was it? It was a clearance there. Was it Georgia Stout? She was closed down, actually. Surely, I don't think she was offside. It looked as though she was offside initially, but it wasn't. In fact, it was Van der Donk that the ball fell to. She laid it back to Lika Martins. And nice finish, actually, you have to say. Just dinked into that top corner. But it looked as though there may have been a hint of offside from Van der Donk. But I think that we had a player over on that far side playing them onside, actually. Emerson says 1-0 indeed, and Terry says a well taken. It was a well taken goal, yeah. There's no doubt about that. Terrible defensively from an England perspective. We got caught out a little bit there. The clearance from Georgia Stanway because it hit. Was it Jill Rod? Anyway, England coming forward straight away. Of course, we conceded a goal straight after scoring one the other night. See if we can do the reverse in this game, but not looking too good at the minute. Anyway, Lauren Hemp now on this near side. Thinks across. There's a much better cross. It's flicked on by Russo. She didn't really get enough of a contact on it to divert it towards goal, but at least we've finally got the ball into the box and causing a few problems. But anyway, they're still talking this might be offside, this goal. She certainly looked as though she was offside, but was there an England defender over on that far side playing her on? I'm not really sure, but the goal's been given anyway. It's irrelevant, really, but she did look as though she was offside, Van der Donk, when the ball fell to her. And it did come off a Dutch player because it was a clearance from Georgia Stanway. I think it might have hit Jill Rord and it fell inside the box of Van der Donk, who's completely. And I know England now coming forward. Georgia Stanway, that's a good ball, lays it off to Russo, trying to hold the ball up there, working hard up there on her own, but can't keep the ball. And again, Holland are coming forward. And you have to say Holland have been the better team. There's no doubt about that. But England are causing some of our own problems as well. Nick Nack says there, classy finish. It was a classy finish, yeah, just sort of lofted into the roof of the net, wasn't it? But it wasn't great defending, was it? She had a lot of time, and if you give a player of that quality that much time, the likelihood is you're gonna be punished, aren't you? I say it's a shame because we defended quite well up until then. I thought most of the game we look pretty solid defensively. We haven't really done too much else further up the pitch, but one mistake at the back, we lost the ball in a bad area, and suddenly everyone was out of position. And it's going to be a yellow card now for Rachel Daly. It's probably not for that foul. It's probably an accumulation of fouls on Vicky Palova. She hasn't really been able to deal with her, has she, Rachel, in this game? And again, it was lovely skill there from Victoria Palova. Went past Rachel, and she had no option really other than to bring her down. And that's probably the third or fourth foul that she's committed, and that's why she's been booked. Terry says there, Palova's looking dangerous every time she gets the ball. She is. And she's definitely got she's got the beating of Rachel Daly, hasn't she? Over on that far side. And Rachel's now got a yellow card, which means she's going to have to be careful in future. She can't commit any more fouls, can she? Or she'll be off. And we don't want to be going down to 10 players. It's been hard enough already without anything else. Anyway, Lucy Bronze now trying to win the ball back for England. Has managed to win a throw on this near side, showing a little bit more urgency now, England, since going behind. But we still haven't really looked as though we're going to get ourselves back into it as yet. But we've only played 37 minutes, so there's plenty of time left. But it hasn't been a great England performance again, has it? But we have to remember this is still technically pre-season, and we have to bear that in mind. Obviously, as the season progresses, these players will get fitter and sharper. And but I suppose it's pre-season for Holland as well, isn't it? It's not, they went a long way into the World Cup as well, so we can't really use that as an excuse. We can use it as an excuse for our performance, but we can't really use it as an excuse for Holland's performance. It was Jill Roy closed that ball down, and in the end, it was quite a simple goal. It is a good finish, but it was a very simple goal, wasn't it? The way that we were just caught out there when Georgia Stanway's clearance she was closed down. She took too long to get rid of the ball, and that's what happened. And Lika Martins it is with the goal, and England are behind, which hasn't happened too often, has it, under Sarina in all the time she's been with us, two years now. And it's unusual for England to go behind, but we are behind in this game. We're going to have to see what we've got, see if we can find a way back against a very good Holland side, you've got to say. But they did concede a late goal, didn't they, on Friday to lose to Belgium. So of course, they conceded a late goal in the World Cup as well, didn't they, when they played Spain? So let's see what we can do. But Holland currently in possession with a Speech who plays it out to that far side, and Holland again knocking the ball. We're not really pressing them high up the pitch at all. We're just letting them have it and sort of getting back into our shape inside our own half. But you have to say it hasn't really worked because, well, even less now that we're losing, we have to be a little bit more ambitious maybe. But Lucy Bronze has just given away a free kick there for a foul on Van der Donk. And again, England not able to really get any sort of flow or pattern. But anyway, it is another free kick to Holland, but it is on halfway, so it's not in a particularly dangerous area. But we're going to have to defend this again as we move into the last, 5.5 minutes of the first half, which is a little bit of a continuation of the second half on Friday, really, isn't it, from an England perspective? Not really great. Anyway, Lika Martins is in behind again, but I think she's offside this time. And it's going to be a free kick to England. But again, England not really looking. Well, that was a tight one. I think she probably just was offside. Just a fraction there. Just Carter may have been almost playing her on, but I think she maybe just was offside there, Lika Martins. But anyway, the free kick's taken by Mary Earps. It is just Carter again. Plays the ball forward to Russo. and she has to really drop deep to get the ball. She's not been able to have any touches inside the penalty area yet, has she? She's really having to come deep to get the ball anyway. England now with a little bit of possession. Katie Zellenlow gets tackled, but Rachel Daly flows the ball forward. Oh, it's actually fallen kindly here to Lauren Hemp over on that far side. Puts a cross in looking for Russo. It's fell to Russo, has it? No, it hasn't quite. It's cleared away by Brooks, but that was a little bit better by a little bit fortunate maybe the way the ball fell there to Alessia, well, to Lauren Hemp first of all over on the far side, and then the cross that fell to Russo inside the penalty area was just a little bit behind her, and it's a throw to England on this near side. Lucy Bronze is going to take this. Finds Toon, gets it back again. Lucy Bronze, can she get a cross in? She's got the ball back again. Lucy, now it's with Ella Toon. This is nice place for England. Lauren Hemp now on this near side. That's a good cross. The header comes in, does it? No, it's cleared away. Not really very far. Russo finds Daly. Oh, Daly's at the post. Rachel Daly was hit the post. Russo flipped the ball on. Finally, England have created a big opportunity, and Rachel Daly was so close. She was unlucky the other night, wasn't she, with that goal that was disallowed. We still don't really know what the reason was, but anyway, it was flipped on there. An instant shot from. That's unlucky, that, isn't it? Goalie had no chance there. She couldn't have expected a shot. Victoria Palou was trying to clear the ball, and Rachel just got in front of her then and hit the post. Really unlucky there. Emerson says Daly's hit the post. Yeah, she did hit the post. Really unlucky. That's the best England have managed in this first half. Whisker away from an equaliser, and that's how easy it is. You know how quickly things can change in a game. You know, we've been under a lot of pressure. We've conceded a goal. We haven't created too much, but there, one opportunity, and we almost get an equaliser. That's what this England team can do. We haven't done it anywhere near enough in this first half. 42 minutes played. It is still Holland 1, England 0. England are looking to build on that chance there from Rachel Daly. Now it's Russo again having to lay the ball off. She does that really well, but we want to see her getting on the end of things as well.
Yeah.
The ball played over the top, it's heading away again. Now it's Georgia Stanway, lays it off to Rachel Daly, plays it into, and it's better for England now. We're moving the ball a little bit quicker inside the Dutch half, and we've hit the post and we're coming forward again. Georgia Stanway now plays the ball through. There's a chance inside the box here. Lauren Hemp. Good save from Van Domselaar. Comes out to Lucy Bronze. Another good save. Two saves there in quick succession there from Van Domselaar, showing exactly what a great goalkeeper she is. And what a great signing she's been for Aston Villa. I wanted Arsenal to sign her in the summer, actually, because I know how great she is. But this was a great save. Lauren Hemp's first chance. Quite close to it. She's done well. And then Lucy Bronze followed. That's the really good save, having to dive down to her right-hand side. And she didn't have a lot of time to react following the first save. That's great goalkeeping there. But much better from England now. We've hit the post and had two really good chances. This is a good finish to the half. 2 minutes to go until half-time. England got a corner. Our first corner of the game. This has been much better from England. Can we get the goal? The corner comes in from Katie Zellum. The near post headed away. And then Holland complete the clearance. Emerson says a double save from the Dutch goalkeeper. Yeah. Terry says good double save. It was. Terry said we were lucky there. Yeah, I mean, finally we're looking better, aren't we? We're looking as though we can actually score a goal now. We haven't looked like we were even likely to score one for ages, but now we've hit the post and had two good chances, and we could easily be level. And anyway, England now. We've lost the ball again. Jill Raw plays it through. It's Beerenstein in behind. An opportunity for Holland to get a second goal. Beerenstein cuts back in. She's at the bar. The underside of the bar. Both teams have now hit the woodwork at the end of this first half. Let off there for England. Beerenstein it was. Got in behind. She was onside this time. Cut inside. Beat Mary Earps. And the shot came back off the underside of the crossbar. So what could have been 1-1 was almost 2-0. And suddenly this game's really opened up now. And it looks as though there may well be more goals to come in this. Nick Nack says there, second save better than the first. It was, yeah. I mean, for two reasons. One, because the first one was quite close to her, but the second one, she had less time to react because it's come straight to Lucy, who's fired it straight back in. So that second save was a really good save, yeah.
She got it back.
Anyway, England now managed to get possession back. We're coming up to the final few seconds of normal time at the end of this first half. There won't be a lot of stoppage time, I wouldn't imagine, because there's not really been any stoppages. There was a little injury to Jess Carter very early on, other than that, the game's flowed. Not really been any stoppages at all. But we've reached the 45-minute mark. It's going to be 1 minute extra. And suddenly England now have got a counter-attack to come forward. Ella Toon on this near side. Nice play actually from Ella Toon. Tried to find Lucy Bronze, but Bronze was coming back. And Holland managed to get possession again on this near side with Brooks, and manages to get past Lucy Bronze as she does, and does well actually. Plays that ball forward again, and Holland looking for another counter-attack with Victoria Palova, who's done really well again.
A lot of dungeon going on.
She's been one of the best players in this first half, actually, you have to say. There was a big chance there, though, for Bierenstein. She did well. Cut back inside Jess Carter. I don't know if Jess Carter really got a deflection on that.
Tiny bit.
Hit the underside of the crossbar. Wow. Almost the second goal. But it did come off Jess Carter. Maybe that's what took it onto the crossbar. So that was actually a good piece of defending, actually. But Bierenstein almost grabbing a second goal there for Holland, which would have made it really tough for England, because we've not really looked like scoring too many goals in that first half. It is half time anyway. It is Holland 1, England 0. And you have to say that for most of that first half, England was second best. But towards the end there, we almost managed to get ourselves level, didn't we? And we defended pretty well for the most part. The goal was a bit sloppy, wasn't it? Georgia Stanway took too long to clear the ball. It was closed down. It fell to Danielle van der Donk. The England defence was all out of position, and Lika Martin scored. But after that, we come back into the game. The best that we played was in that final sort of 5 or 6 minutes of that first half. Rachel Daly hit the post, and then there was a good double save from Daphne van Domselaar, the first one from Lauren Hemp, and then the follow-up from Lucy Bronze. But right at the end of the half, it could have been 2-0, couldn't it, when Lynette Bierenstein's shots come back off the crossbar. Maybe got a slight deflection off Jess Carter, but we've kept ourselves in it anyway, which is the main thing. 1-0 down isn't the end of the world. You know, we've shown at the end of that first half there we can and we will create more chances, but we've got to do better. We need to, get the ball forward more. We need to keep possession better. And we need to move the ball quicker in that final third. Because when we have done, we've created 1 or 2 chances there. But not a great first half, really, overall, was it? It ended better. But, yeah, very similar to how we played in the second half on Friday. And, maybe pre-season is playing a part in that. Are we quite as sharp as we should be? No, but Holland look very sharp, don't they? And they're no further into pre-season than we are, really. So yes, they maybe come out of the World Cup a few days earlier than we did, but that's not all those players. I don't know, actually, was that all this team probably did play the World Cup? Probably didn't they? Actually, thinking about it, but anyway, we can't use that as an excuse because it's the same for both teams. So that's just the way it is, and we are looking a little bit off the pace for much of that first half. But the final few minutes were better, wasn't it? Let's be honest. We had some chances, but yeah, we need to do more in the second half. And the unfortunate thing is you look on the bench and apart from Lauren James and Chloe Kelly, the 2 obvious players to come on, if necessary, in an attacking sense, Jess Park, she's a good young player. Is she going to be able to come on and change this game? Katie Robertson, another young player, again, talented players, but against a team like the Netherlands, I think we just need a bit more experience on the bench to come on. And other than Lauren James and Chloe Kelly, and Lauren James isn't the most experienced player, is she? So we do lack a few options at the minute on the bench, and that's something that we need to. Hopefully, as the season progresses, we'll get some more players back in there, but it's a little bit of a worry, isn't it? But at least the last 5 minutes or so were a bit better, weren't they? I mean, what did you make of that first half?
Frustrating for me.
Yeah, it was frustrating. Yeah.
I mean, Holland were very good, and the close were down very, very quickly. We just couldn't get out of our own half, could we? No,
we struggled at times, didn't we, to get out of our half? But
yeah, I mean, they're a good side, aren't they?
They are a good side, and I think part of it's to do with how well Holland played, and part of it's to do with the fact that we're just not quite sharp enough with the ball, are we?
Yeah,
and that
we just
really
go back and back and back, and it was just like, away, come on, get forward.
Yeah,
some passes forward.
It's almost what it looks a little bit like, and it shouldn't do really. It looks like England are playing a pre-season friendly, and Holland are playing a competitive game. That seems to be the difference in the levels of the two teams are at this moment in time. And we've now got to find a way in the second half to find a way back into it. But it's not going to be easy, is it?
We started getting better near the end, like you say.
Yeah, we did. We conceded a goal, and then we actually improved, didn't we, after we conceded? And that's a good sign.
Yeah.
We reacted well to going behind, and we've done that before, haven't we? We don't often go behind, but when we have generally responded well under Sarina. So let's hope the second half we can. But yeah, I'm a little bit worried about how sort of flat we seem as a team. We're not really on it, are we? We're not sharp. But anyway, I don't know. We'll see what the second half brings. Yeah,
that's the score so
we
far.
are where we are at the minute, and we don't quite look as sharp as we need to.
Yeah,
and that's the main reason why
when we had friendlies and that before we went into the Euros. It just got better and better and better.
Yeah, but the friendlies in the Euros, that was at the end of the season. Everybody was still sharp and fresh. And I know you're a little bit tired at the end of the season, but these players look as though they just got back off holiday. And they did a bit on Friday as well. And, I said before the game that, obviously Holland are a much better team than Scotland. And if we didn't play better than we did on Friday, we were going to be in trouble.
The match, didn't we?
Yeah, and
we'll have to play better.
We haven't really played that much better than we did the other. In fact, we probably haven't played better at all. And a lot of that's down to Holland being much better. She was offside. Look, she's offside. She looked offside, didn't she? I thought that it was Greenwood over. She was a bit slow coming out, and the linesman wasn't really in line with it herself, actually. But it looked like she was offside. But ultimately, that's gone, isn't it? We have to defend it better anyway. And I mean, it was really, really poor. I mean, no one's got near her in the box, and the player of that quality is going to score, isn't she? So, and she did, and it was a good finish. But yeah, maybe Van der Donk was offside. Actually, it just when the ball fell to her. But anyway, it wasn't given. And we're behind. That's it. But at least I say we played better after going behind, and that's a good sign, isn't it? I suppose. And now it's a matter of coming out in that second half and finding. I just think we need to change our approach a little bit. We need to try and get Russo in the game more because she's barely had a touch, and when she has, she's had to drop really deep. She set up the chance for Daly with a little header, and she had a little header herself, but couldn't get enough power on it to direct it in the goal. But yeah, it's not been great. But we could quite easily be level if Rachel Daly shot goes in. He was unlucky to hit the post. Could have gone anywhere. It was an instant shot inside the box, and it ended up hitting the post. So. You could say that we could easily be level, but it's been a difficult first half, really, hasn't it? And it was Russo that created that opportunity there for Rachel Daly. They just showed these couple of England chances. All of them came, of course, right at the end of the half.
Yeah.
Hemp's shot there was a good shot, and I mean Lucy Bronze. That was a good save. You have to say, really good save. I mean, maybe Lauren Hemp needs to try and get it across the keeper. It's good defending in front of her, though. Actually, it made it difficult for her. But yeah, that's as good as it got for England, really, didn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, let's hope for better in the second half. It needs to be better because otherwise we're losing this game. Actually, what was the other score from the Scotland Belgium game? Let's have a look.
Are they playing now?
I think so. Oh, they're not. No. Actually, are they? I'm not really sure. Hang on, let me just have a look. Let's get the Nations League. I want to get the Nations League. Here we go. Let's have a look. Scotland and Belgium, it's 0-0. Actually, they only just started at 7:45. So they've only just started. Scotland 0, Belgium 0. But yeah, they started at 7:45. So a few results earlier: Cyprus 1, Faroe Islands 0, Montenegro 0. I think is it Azerbaijan 1. Armenia 1, Kazakhstan 2, Estonia 0, Israel 5, Bulgaria 0, Kosovo 0. I bet that was a good game. Austria 0, France 1. Well, there you go. Portugal are 3-2 up against Norway with 10 minutes to play. Germany beat Iceland 4-0. They've had a bit of a difficult time, haven't they? Germany recently, the men and the women. But they've beaten Iceland 4-0. So Andreas will be a little bit happier, won't he? They finally won a game. And Sweden beat Italy 1-0 away. That's a good result for Sweden, isn't it? A 1-0 win for them. And Spain are playing Switzerland at 8 o'clock. And the Republic of Ireland are beating Hungary 3-0. That's a good result as well, isn't it? Katie McCabe scored one of the goals as well. Katie McCabe got the second goal, sorry. But it's 4-0 now to Republic of Ireland against Hungary. That's a good game for them, isn't it? They beat Northern Ireland 3-0 and they're now beating Hungary 4-0. So they've had a good start to the Nations League, haven't they, Republic of Ireland? And Katie McCabe with one of them goals there as well, which is nice, isn't it? There's loads of games in this Nations League, isn't there? There's loads of them. Anyway, there you go. So anyway, tomorrow, of course, it is. There's another watch-along tomorrow. It's going to be the Carabao Cup. It's Arsenal against Brentford, of course, in the third round. And the injury problems seem to be mounting a little bit for Arsenal at the minute. There's rumours that Bukayo Saka might be out injured, not only for the game tomorrow, where he probably wouldn't have played anyway, but also for the weekend. So that's a bit of a worry on top of the other injuries that we've got. Obviously, Declan Rice, Thomas Partey, obviously Duran Timber's out as well. So I feel the injury problems for Arsenal at the minute, but I think we should try and go as far as we can in the Carabao Cup because it's a competition and we're not going to. It's difficult to win the other ones, isn't it? The Premier League is going to be very tough with Man City. The Champions League, I don't think we're ready to win that quite yet. So that only really leaves the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup to potentially win. So I think we need to try and do the best that we can. But with the injuries at the minute, it's tough, isn't it? And I expect there's going to be some changes to the team tomorrow. And let's try and get through, I say, and try and keep in that cup. But we'll see what happens with that one anyway tomorrow. So that's, I think that's 7:45 kickoff, isn't it? So I'll be live at 7:30 for that one. And it's a busy week, actually, because on Friday, we've got the women's show, of course, with the guys looking ahead to the start of the new WSL season, which kicks off on Sunday. So that's going to be good. So join us for that. And, of course, Saturday afternoon, Arsenal away at Bournemouth as well. So another sort of another difficult game. And that's a 3:00 kickoff. So I'll be live at 2:45 for that one. And, of course, Sunday, the WSL gets underway, doesn't it? Arsenal versus Liverpool from the Emirates Stadium. What a game that's going to be. 2:00 kickoff, that is. So we'll be about 2:45 for that one on Sunday. And, hopefully Arsenal can start the season with a win. We need to, don't we? Let's be honest. And you say you're looking at some of these England players looking a bit maybe rusty. The season starts at the weekend. So, we need to get it sorted out, don't we? It's difficult to judge Alessia Russo at this point in the game because she hasn't really got into the game, has she? She hasn't had the opportunity to get into the game, but certainly Victoria Paloma's looked really good, so that's a good sign ahead of the weekend anyway, if not tonight. Emerson says Trossard and Martin, of course, they're both injured as well. We have got some injuries piling up at the minute, but maybe is it better to get them out of the way early in the season, have everybody fit in the second half of the season and try and get through this spell as best as we can, or I don't know, maybe the injuries more spread out is better, isn't it? You're not losing 5 or 6 all at once, but injuries are part of football and we've got to be able to cope with injuries. Every team gets injuries and it's part of football, isn't it? So it's not ideal at the minute. It's difficult and it's going to certainly affect the team selection tomorrow, isn't it? So we'll see what team Mikel Arteta comes up with for that game. But we'll worry about that tomorrow because there's a second half of this game to come yet and we want to see England at least get a draw here. We don't want to lose, do we? Because that's not going to be good, is it? Terry says, I think we should go to win both cups or sack Arteta. No, sack him anyway. Well, I think we all agree, don't we, that this season with the money that we've spent and the time Arteta's been at the club, he has to win something this season. Just finishing in the top 4 on its own this season isn't enough. And even putting some sort of challenge in for the title if we don't win it again, to me, is not enough. It might make some people happy coming second or third, but no. We've got to win a trophy this season. We've got to. And if it happens to be the Carabao Cup and that's it, then fair enough. It's a trophy and it's something to build on going forward. Because I do worry about the the first trophy that you win as a team, and people will say, well, Arteta won the FA Cup. He did, but how many of those players are still at the club? None, I don't think, now, or maybe one. So this group of players and this team under this manager needs to win something, and then that's how you can grow and go forward. And if it happens to be the Carabao Cup, that's great. Let's win that, and then hopefully next season and going forward, we'll be in a better position to know what it's like to win, how it is to win. And I think the Arsenal women is in the same situation. We won the League Cup last season, and that's something to build on this season and go on to bigger and better things. And I don't think we should throw that competition tomorrow. I'd like to see us play as strong a team as we can. With the injuries that we've got, obviously that has an impact. But let's not throw all the kids in and lose. Let's try and get through this round and then build into the competition. And who knows? But yeah, I don't think we can afford to throw it. And certainly Mikel Arteta can't. If he thinks he can, then he's a lot more arrogant than he needs to be. Last season, everyone said, in the Europa League, let's throw the Europa League. It's not important. And in the end, we could have done with staying in there, couldn't we? Because we might have ended up winning it. And we end up with nothing. So we're not in a position with this team yet to pick and choose what trophies we want to go for and what trophies we want to win. We're not in that position with this team yet. We need to win anything first, and then we can start thinking about improving on what we're going to win. But I believe the 2 domestic cups are our best chance of a trophy, because I don't think we can win the other 2. I don't think we're at that level to win the Premier League or the Champions League. So, but anyway, we've got a lot of football to play. The teams are back out for the second half. So let's see what happens here. Emerson says that Daly off and Kelly on. Yeah, I just saw Chloe Kelly.
I just saw Chloe.
I think Rachel Daly's off. One, because she got booked. And obviously, I think Vicky Palova's caused a lot of problems. I think that was an issue there. That's probably the reason. And Chloe Kelly's come on. And I think Chloe Kelly maybe is going to give us a little bit more balance in that front three, perhaps, as well. She played well the other night, Chloe Kelly, I thought, till she went off. And she's come on at half time. So let's see what she can do here. We've got Dana says there, hello, do you know any websites to watch the match? I'm not sure about websites. I don't know whereabouts in the world you are. In the UK, as Terry said, it's on ITV4. I don't know whereabouts they're showing it in the rest of the world. But yeah, I don't know about websites. I don't know if it's on the England Lionesses website, maybe. I'm not sure. But I can't help you, unfortunately. But it is on ITV4 in England if you've got access to that. Or if you've got a VPN and a Fire Stick, you might be able to watch it. Anyway, there's a bit of a dodgy back pass there and a very dodgy clearance from Mary. It took a bit of a bounce on the pitch, to be fair, and she's conceded a corner. It wasn't a great back pass to her. It did seem to take a bit of a bobble. So we'll maybe let Mary Earps off for that particular one. But it's a corner to Holland at the start of the second half. They are now attacking the goal to our right. The corner comes into the near post, headed out by Millie Bright. And Chloe Kelly gets her first touch. It wasn't a great first touch, actually. Didn't really get the ball away. The cross comes back in again. Again, it's a good header from Millie Bright. That's the one thing as a big strength, isn't it? Getting that ball out of the box. And Holland trying to come forward again with Palova. She's faced with Lauren Hemp this time. And she does well. Finds Danielle Van der Donk, gets it back again. And Lauren Hemp then manages to get the tackle in. Emerson says nowhere worldwide. Oh, there you go. It's not anywhere else, unfortunately. My TV is so annoying. It only shows ITV1. Well, yeah, unfortunately, it's not on ITV1. It's on ITV4. So unless you can get that, then there's nothing we can. But stay with us anyway, because we'll you won't miss anything that's happening. And from an England perspective, nothing much has happened in the second half either, because we're still under pressure from this Holland team. We haven't really managed to get out of our half so far. We've played 2 minutes in the second half. Alex Greenwood now just touches the ball off to Mary Earps. Let's see if we can get Chloe Kelly in this game and see if she can be the difference maker. We said it was really only her and Lauren James that can come off the bench and maybe change things for England. We've just given the ball away again. It's a terrible pass out from Mary Earps, and Jess Carter wasn't really her fault. She had to stretch to get the ball, and she's had it taken off her. Again, really poor play from the back from England. Jess Carter's done well there, actually. Emerson says there, Marnham played 90 minutes, got 1 goal in a 3-2 defeat to Portugal. Oh, brilliant. At least she's got a goal. Give her some confidence going into Sunday, won't it? Frida Marnham played a full game as well. It looks like no injury for her, which is good as well. And hopefully we can have a fully fit squad on, well, as fully fit as we can be. Obviously, we know the injuries that we've got. Bierenstein there just gave a foul away, holding hands with Jess Carter. Anyway, England again trying to play it out from the back and not really looking too convincing.
Very physical, these Holland.
Yeah, they're closing us down really quickly and making it difficult for us, and we're not able to really get any flow going. Russo was then pushed off the ball over on that far side as well, which isn't great, is it? And now the ball's back with Daphne van Domselaar, who made that good double save, didn't she, in that first half? Just as England were maybe trying to find a way back into this game, but we haven't really got going yet in this second half. We've played 3.5 minutes, and that's a poor ball forward actually from Brooks, and England can now get the ball clear. A little bit better there. Nice couple of one-touch passes, but again, Holland are forcing us back, and then Millie Bright has to go long. And Russo's beaten in the air by Janssen, as she has been on a few occasions in this game. 49 minutes played. It is still Holland 1, England 0. That goal from Lika Martins in that first half is what separates the teams. And England haven't really got going yet since half time. Terry says, look on the bright side. It's not a great watch, but the commentator is the only one doing a good job. But don't forget to like and subscribe. Yes, please like and subscribe if you're new here. We do cover the Arsenal women, the Lionesses, as well as, of course, all the stuff with the Arsenal men's team as well, all the watchalongs, everything else. Plus some vlogs as well. We did a vlog from the England-Scotland game on Friday, so if you haven't seen that yet, check that out as well. It was a good night out, even if the game wasn't the best, and England won, so you've got to be happy with that at the end of the day. And it was a big crowd there, it was a good atmosphere, and we enjoyed it. So check out the vlog there as well. Of course, we've got a lot going on this week on the channel. It's a busy week, isn't it, with all the different games that there is going on and whatever. So definitely stay with us and join us for everything that's going on. I say we're back tomorrow with the Carabao Cup. Arsenal gets Brentford, which is going to be an interesting game. Anyway, Mary Earps this time goes longer. But again, there's no England player there, but actually Lauren Hemp steps in, wins the ball back. In fact, she came from an offside position. Lauren Hemp is going to be a free kick to Holland. Just going to be just inside their own half. We've played 5 minutes of the second half, and England haven't really got going at all yet. Took us a while in the first half to get going, didn't it? In fact, it really took us until we went behind to do anything much in the attacking sense. Let's hope that we can settle into this second half a little bit quicker. A long ball clearance there from Holland, and Alex Green was there, plays it back to Mary Earps again. And Mary Earps plays it out to that far side to Lucy Bronze. Again, though, the ball forward isn't great, and Holland pick it up. And it's Brooks there over on that far side, running at Lucy Bronze inside the penalty area, but the ball back there as well, cut out there by Katie Zellum. And again, England can't keep possession of the ball. And it's gone out for a throw to Holland over on that far side. And it's not got much better for England since the start of the second half at all. Chloe Kelly's trying to work hard over on that far side to win the ball. Actually does quite well. She's won a throw for England. Good play there from Chloe Kelly. That's what we need a little bit more of. A little bit more urgency from England. A little bit more urgency to try to win the ball back. And try and impose ourselves on Holland a lot more than we've managed to do for much of this game. That throw up that far side, Chloe Kelly couldn't get it under control, but she managed to win it back now. Russo lays it off to Georgia Stanway. This is a good ball. Finds Lauren Hemp on this near side. Lauren Hemp run past Victoria Flo, puts a good cross in. No one's in the box though to attack it. Cleared away, comes back to Lauren Hemp. Not a great touch though from Lauren Hemp, and Holland clear it away. But England have picked up possession. That was the first real chance of the second half for England. A very good ball actually into the box, and nobody was there. Russo was further back on her heels a little bit. Oh, that's a poor ball. And Holland now can bring it clear. No, they can't, because England have won it back again. Ella Toomans into a little bit of trouble, but she does manage to keep possession.
Go on.
Tries to go around the outside of Jackie Groening. And in the end, she's won a throw there. She did well, Ella Toon there. Initially, her first touch wasn't great, but she did pretty well in the end there. And won a throw for England on this near side. which Jess Carter's going to take. Throws it to Russo on the edge of the box. Russo's done really well. Can she get a shot away? She plays it instead to Chloe Kelly. We've got a player over on the far side. Lucy Bronze thinks across to the far post. Lauren Hemp comes in. Oh, it's cleared away almost off the line. That's much better, that, from England. It was almost a carbon copy of the goal that Lauren Hemp scored the other night, coming in on that far side with a header. And that one didn't have the same power as the one on Friday. And the Holland defender was able to clear it away from in front of the goal. But this is a little bit better, this, from England. But Lucy Bronze has just lost out there. And now Holland looking to get the ball forward quickly. Over on that far side, it's the goal scorer. Martins plays it through to Beerenstein inside the penalty area. Beerenstein with a shot. It's the post, the same post Rachel Daly hit. And in fact, she was offside anyway. It wouldn't have counted. But that just shows the counter-attacking power there of Holland and the pace and power of Beerenstein there. But she was just offside on that occasion. It was a good ball from Lika Martins. Yeah, she was just offside. Again, that's quite a tight one, isn't it? But I think she just about was. And in the end, the shot at the near post beat Mary Ertz, but hit that same post that Rachel Daly had done. Russo did really well, actually, just before that. Maybe she could have shot.
The ref got in the way.
But when the cross came in, Lauren couldn't quite get there, could she? And in the end, with enough power that she needed. But suddenly the game's opened up a little bit at the start of the second half. And England now in possession again. This is better. This is better.
Come on.
Terry says, I thought Russo had a shot. Yeah, I thought she should have had a shot there as well. But in the end, it didn't turn out to be a bad ball. And it did almost lead to a chance, didn't it? And England have got a throw now. A little bit of momentum building up now for England. We've played nearly 10 minutes of this second half. A little bit better this from England. Russo now finally getting a little bit more involved in the play in that final third. Now, Jess Carter, she's going to try a shot. No, she isn't. She plays it to Lauren Hemp on this near side. England's left. Lauren Hemp cuts in. Is she going to try a shot? Plays it square. Oh, she maybe should have shot again. That's twice in a row now. England have had opportunity to shoot and haven't done so. It would have been on Lauren Hemp's right foot, not her strongest, obviously, but it was a good opportunity there. But suddenly now England are looking a little bit better in this game. You have to say, we had a good spell at the end of the first half, and now we seem to have picked up that same momentum now.
Come on, lasses.
We suddenly look a little bit better. Ella 2 now on this near side, trying to pick a pass. There's nobody there really. I think they have to go back again. Now it's back with Alex Greenwood. But this has been better from England. Oh, Greenwood there almost ran into trouble, but manages to get the ball instead to Millie Bright. Plays it forward to Chloe Kelly. Sure, that's a foul. It was. Janssen, it was a little bit too tight there to Chloe Kelly. It's a free kick to England, just about on halfway. Taking it quickly. Lucy Bronze lays it off to Alex Greenwood inside the centre circle. Greenwood just lays it off to Katie. Now, this is much better from England. We're moving the ball really nicely here. Lucy Bronze, a long ball over that far side. That's a decent ball, actually. Looking for Georgia Stanway, who's done well. She'll be keen to make up for that mistake for the goal. Chloe Kelly now inside the penalty. Okay, she get across in. She does. It goes right across. Lauren Hemp.
Oh, you're joking.
Van Domselaar with another great save. And England still coming forward with Russo inside the box. That was the moment there. That was the biggest chance England have had actually in this game. A brilliant cross from Chloe Kelly over on that far side. Lauren Hemp came in at the far post. She's now injured actually. And she got in there, head of the defender, got the shot away. Looked odds on to score actually from about 6-7 yards. And somehow Daphne Van Domselaar's kept that out. Another great save from the great Holland goalkeeper. I mean, to be fair, it is a great save. Maybe she should have scored. It's a lovely cross. And she had all the time in the what she was stretching a little bit, just couldn't quite lift it enough. A little bit higher, that goes over the keeper. It is a good save, you have to say. Terry says, what a save. Yeah, no, it was a good save. It's one of them ones, isn't it? When you're that close to the goal, you feel you've got to score. And when you don't, it's disappointing. But it was a decent save again. And, you know, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Van Domselaar is, I think she's going to be the best goalkeeper in the world. She's only 19 as well, incredible. We saw her last year at the Euros.
I remember her.
When she had to come on because the goalkeeper got injured. And she had to come on, didn't she, in that game against Sweden. And she was brilliant then, and she's been brilliant ever since. And in the quarter-final game against France at Rotherham, she was fantastic. And She was brilliant in the World Cup, and I think she's going to be great at Aston Villa in the WSL. Anyway, Lauren Hemp is having some treatment, and she might have to be going off, actually. Got a bit of injury there. Everson says, McCabe played 90 minutes, 1 goal, 4-0 win against Hungary. Yeah, we said they were 4-0 up, and McCabe did get a goal. So it's been a good night for a couple of the Arsenal women, hasn't it, so far? Frida Marnham getting a goal, Katie McCabe getting a goal. Will Russo get a goal? That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But to get a goal, she's going to have to find a way past Daphne Van Domselaar, which not many teams manage to do they? Anyway, we are now back up and underway. Is Lauren Hemp back on the pitch? No, she's not. She's just over on that far side. She got some treatment, so she's had to go off anyway. But she looks to be moving okay, and she's going to come back on very, very shortly. But that was England's best chance so far, wasn't it? That was the clearest opportunity that we've had. And it was a decent save, but I'm sure Lauren Hemp will feel that she should have scored. But another chance created, so that's a good sign. And hopefully we'll get 1 or 2 more. We are certainly looking a lot better. We picked the ball up again. Russo there's won it back. Now she finds Georgia Stanway, gets the ball up to that far side. This is much better from England. Chloe Kelly finds Lucy Bronson. That wasn't a great ball from Lucy, though, was it? And Holland have picked the ball back up again. But this has been a better second half from England so far. Definitely better. Terry says, what, better than Arsenal's? Well, she's not Arsenal yet. And I do think she is. I think she's going to become the best goalkeeper there is. I really do. And I wanted Arsenal to sign her last summer after the Euros. And then the fact she's now gone to Aston Villa has kind of annoyed me a little bit because obviously she was available for a transfer. We should have tried to get her. Anyway, Holland are now coming forward looking for what would be the second goal. Victoria Plover on this near side inside the penalty area. Maybe she might be the Arsenal player to get a goal tonight. She's twisting and turning, trying to get past Jez Carter. Instead, she lays it off. Cross comes in from Lika Martins, but England do clear it away. It's lofted back into the box again, looking for Beerenstein, but Millie Bright wins the header. And in fact, Beerenstein's offside again. She's been offside a few times in this game, hasn't she? And it's going to be a free kick to England. Well, Northern Ireland are just beating Albania. That's nice for them, isn't it? Anyway, Beerenstein was well offside there. Everyone says Dutch goalkeeper. Is she 23? I'm sure I read she was 19 somewhere. Anyway, she's very young still for a goalkeeper. Anyway, England's coming forward again. It's Lauren Hemp. Plays it to the box. Russo's there. The keeper gets there again.
Oh, come on.
And then Holland clear it away. This is much, much better from England, though. You have to say. The cross comes in again. It's just wide at the far post. In fact, it's going to be a corner.
Come on, lasses.
Lauren Hemp is causing all the problems in this game. She's suddenly really the biggest threat, isn't she, Lauren Hemp? That was a lovely ball. Put Hemp away and down that far side. Got the cross in. Russo couldn't quite get there. Chloe Kelly couldn't quite get there. And then when the ball came back in again from this near side, it was, in fact, the goalkeeper got another good hand on that, actually, to deny Russo. And then when the second cross came in, it was a defender. In fact, I think it was Van der Donk, actually, defending. Anyway, it's a corner to England on that far side. Whipped in, headed out, though, by Beerenstein, only as far as Katie Zellum. Well, that wasn't a great ball though from Katie Zellum. It was rather read a little bit too easily. And Holland now can get possession. But it has been much better from England in the second half, you have to say. We've run the ball back on the pitch. Russo, can she get a shot away inside the box? She does. It's blocked. It's going to be another, is it a corner or is it a throw to England? But this is much, much better, you have to say. This has been a big improvement. We're winning the ball back high up the pitch. Pressure. Chloe Kelly actually won that ball. It was Russo ran into the box there and the shot was deflected away. Much better for me. It was Van der Donk who was caught in possession. It's another corner to England. This is on the near side. Katie Zellum is going to take this. You feel as though a moment's coming for England now. The best spell we've had in this game. Katie Zellum's corner to the edge of the 6-yard box, heading away again. Falls to Alex Green where the shot comes in. It's deflected again. Only as far as Ella 2 know, and England are keeping possession, trying to keep that pressure on. And it was Alex Greenwood shot that time, was deflected away. Really bright now over on that far side. England looking a lot more dangerous now. Georgia Stanway, a little bit of space for her coming forward. She tried to thread the ball through to Lucy Bronze, cut out. She rather telegraphed that pass a little bit. And now Holland can bring the ball away. But England now really in their faces. high up the pitch, pressuring the ball, winning it back again. This is what we didn't do enough. Yeah, this is more like it. Yeah, we didn't do this in the first half.
No.
And now we're doing it every single time, and Holland can't get out of their half. And it's all England. Chloe Kelly over on that far side. This is so much better from England. But we still need to find a goal. The ball now played out to the far side again to Chloe Kelly. She's made a difference, Chloe Kelly.
Definitely.
Can she get the cross in this time? That's a lovely ball inside. Georgia Stanway with a shot. It's deflected to Russo. Oh, it's there. Alessia Russo scored. It is 1-1. The goal's been coming, you have to say.
That was too calm for a goal, lads.
The goal has been coming for the last 10 minutes. Brilliant goal as well. What a finish that was from Alessia Russo.
Too
Absolutely brilliant goal.
Whether she scored that or not.
And again, Chloe Kelly was at the heart of it. It's a goal. It's 1-1, and it is Russo. Another goal for an Arsenal player tonight. Stanway's, I think it was a shot. It was deflected. What a finish that is, actually. Falling backwards. A really tough ball to control. That ball that fizzed in. What a great finish that is from Russo. A really, really good goal, you have to say. Brilliant stuff. Terry says, Russo, indeed.
Terry
says,
Arsenal one.
Holland won, Guna Girl won, indeed. Russo, again, another big goal for England.
Come on, just keep the pressure on, get another one.
Emerson says Cadena and Krul starts for Spain and Denmark respectively, and Russo just score. Yeah, we saw Russo just score. What a great goal it was as well. And you have to say that's been coming from England.
Yeah.
Much better second half. Really good. And it's been rewarded with that brilliant goal, actually. And that's can England now go on and win this game? We've played 64 minutes. So there's plenty of time. For England to actually go on and win. But yeah, much better second half it's been. Chloe Kelly, what a lovely little reverse ball that was. Stanway's shot was deflected, but Russo reacted quickly. And that's what you miss when Russo's not in the team. Anyway, suddenly at the other end, Victoria Palova with a shot. Oh, Mary Earps had to go down at a near post and make the save. She would have seen that quite late, actually. It went through the legs of the defender there, Victoria Palova's shot. I think it was Jess Carter again. It was a good effort, low shot, almost caught Mary Earps out. Good one-handed save, actually, to stop that going in. Suddenly, Holland looking dangerous. Terry says, unlucky Palova, good save. It was a good save, yeah. She wouldn't have seen that till late, Mary, either, so makes that save even better. Both goalkeepers have played well, actually, tonight, which is good to see, isn't it? Two of the best goalkeepers in the WSL for this new season. And Van Domslaar plays that ball out to that far side. But England again have won it back. Much better this from England. Really good performance in this second half now. And as things stand at the moment at 1-1, England look the better team and look more likely to go on and win the game. But we need to keep this pressure on.
Yeah.
And if we do that, hopefully we can get the win. But a really good finish that from Russo. And that is what we missed the other night, didn't we?
Do you know what that means?
Well, I think we're just changing the shape slightly by the look of it. But anyway, it's whatever Sarina did at half time has really worked well, hasn't it? Because England have been much improved. And we've been a better team in the second half. There's no doubt about that. And there's still plenty of time left to go on and win this game. So let's hope that we can. It's a throw to England on its near side. Jess Carter is going to take it. They've got the momentum now. And can we finish this off now and get the victory? Which would be a really impressive victory if we do it after the way the first half went. But that's what you got to do when you don't play too well. You've got to keep yourself in the game. And 1-0 is nothing, is it? Anyone can score a goal at any time. And England have got the quality to do it. And that's what we've done. Surely that's a foul there on Ella Toon by Jackie Gronin. And it is a foul. And it's a free kick to England. Toon there. She does want a little bit too long on the ball sometimes. I mean, it was a foul. She couldn't really get away from the challenge either. But maybe she needed to lay that ball off a bit early. But it's a free kick to England, which Alex Greenwood is going to take. We're midway through this second half, and it has been a decent second half from England, you have to say. It really has. And we have deservedly got ourselves level. Now let's see if we can push on from here and try and get the victory, which would put us in a good position in this group, wouldn't it? With 6 points out of 6. And Holland would have no points at all. And that's going to make it really tough for them, wouldn't it? So it's almost putting them not out of it yet, because there's still a lot of games to play. Everyone plays each other home and away. There's a lot of games in the group stage, but we'd have a 6-point lead over Holland if we can get this fixture. We're coming forward again. Look at this space here for Lauren Hemp on this near side. We've got a player over. We're going to make the most of it. Lauren Hemp now going on her own. Oh, she maybe could have tried a shot then. And that's a good ball, actually. Just about reaches Chloe Kelly inside the box. Back to Georgia Stanway. She's going to try a shot. She does from distance, but it's straight at Daphne van Domselaar. But England now are looking to really gain control of this game. A little bit too far ahead of her. I mean, she got a lot of power behind that shot, Georgia Stanway, but it was straight at the goalkeeper. And in fact, there's an injury now to Jackie Gronin for Holland. She's going to need a little bit of treatment. The former Manchester United player, now at PSV. And it gives everyone a little breather, because it's been quite frantic at the start of the second half, hasn't it? Good from England, though. And we've managed to get ourselves over. The next game is actually the 27th of October, England against Belgium. And the next game in this group stage, which is only, a month's time. So we get a month for the WSL season and another international break. But at least it's not for a friendly. Then the return game against Belgium is on Tuesday, the 31st of October. So look forward to that. And we'll be bringing in those games as well, which will be good, won't it? Hopefully England can get some more victories. But looks as though Jackie Gronin is going to be okay. She's just had some treatment. She's now getting back to her feet again. And I'm sure she's going to be okay to continue. And we're going to resume, I think, was it a throw to England before that injury? Anyway, Jackie Gronin's had to go off for the time being, of course, because she just had some treatment. But she looks as though she's going to come back on again. In fact, it's the ball's with the Holland goalkeeper at the moment. And she's going to roll it out to Dominic Janssen, who clips the ball over that far side. Holland now looking to try to get themselves back in front, but they've not really threatened in the second half very much, have they? Just that one shot really from Vicky Palova, which Mary Earp saved. Now Beerenstein's in behind again. Surely she's offside again. She is offside again. She's almost permanently offside, isn't she?
Every time.
And she doesn't need to go that early, because she's got the pace on Millie Bright. Let's be honest. Millie Bright's not the quickest. All she's got to do is time her runs better and get herself in behind, because she's had some good opportunities. Anyway, we've got an opportunity now. Lauren Hemp on this near side goes around the outside. Another good cross. Oh, is it going to fall to Chloe Kelly? It's not. Russo was trying to get on the end of it first, and Holland managed to scramble it clear. But England are looking really dangerous now every time we come forward. A great cross again from Lauren Hemp. She has been really good in this second half. She's taken the game to Holland, created a lot of problems. Could have scored a goal herself, of course. But it was, in the end, Russo with the goal. Anyway, England coming forward again now, but not for long, because Holland have picked possession up once again. 71 minutes play, so just under 20 minutes to go. Are we going to find a winner, or England going to find a winner? Or is this game going to finish in a draw, which I predicted 1-1, didn't I? So actually, my scoreline is looking pretty.
You did, actually.
My scoreline's looking pretty. You said 2-1.
We need to score.
You said 2-1 to England, so yours could still happen as well.
Yes, come on.
And even Emerson said 2-2, so that could happen as well, still potentially. But
1-2-1.
And Terry went 3-2, didn't he? Which seems a little bit less likely with 20 minutes to play at 1-1.
Yeah, you never know.
But you never know.
They get the goal.
We saw how many goals were scored right at the end of the first half on Friday, so anything can happen. You know, Holland coming forward now. Beerenstein looking to try and get in behind Millie Bright. Oh, she pushed her out of the way. This is a chance for Holland with Beerenstein. Victoria Palova's in space. She should have used her. She didn't use her. And the shot was deflected into the arms of goalkeeper Mary Earps. That was a big chance for Holland now. Good play initially, actually, from Beerenstein. Real good strength she showed. But then she's just chuck Millie Bright over there. She's got to find a pass there to Victoria Palova. We know England now on the chart on their own. Ella Toon on this near side. Russo left it for her mate. And now Toon's got an opportunity to cross it in. It's a good cross, but it's headed away again by Dominic Janssen, who's defended well for Holland, as you would expect. And now Victoria Palova's trying to come forward, but she overran that a little bit. But she's got an opportunity again, maybe here. if the ball's played right by Laker Martins. In fact, she goes backwards.
Come on, close them down.
Terry says there, Gouda girl only need 2 more. Well, yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, but I suppose if Russo scores a hat trick and Victoria Palova scores one for Holland, it will finish 3-2, won't it? But there's not a lot of time left for all that to happen. But anyway, Holland are coming forward again on this near side. It's with Beerenstein again. She's a good player, but she just needs to stop herself being offside. And then she'll have more chances to score a goal. But anyway, Dominic Janssen plays the ball forward. Suddenly Holland now having a better spell. That's football for you, though, isn't it? Each team will have spells in games, won't they, where they're on top. It's just, can you make the most of it? Holland now, though, coming forward, looking to get back in front.
Down. Jesus.
The shot comes in from the edge of the box from Lika Martins, but it is straight into the arms of Mary Earps. And no problem there for the England goalkeeper. A little bit of space so for Holland again.
Too much space,
England getting a little bit stretched.
Yeah.
And the game's getting a little bit more stretched anyway, which is good. Terry says Millie Bright don't look the same player since she came back from injury. No, well, maybe she's not quite back at her best yet, but she's still a decent defender, let's be honest. Anyway, England are coming forward now. Ella Toon's on a good little run. Not quite sure where she's going. She's gone past Jackie Groening, and she's done really well there, actually, Ella Toon. She must have run 40 yards with the ball, but it has come off her. It's going to be a throw to Holland. Good defending from Jackie Groening, who's still limping a little bit following that injury that she had. She may not be able to continue for much longer. But a good run there from Ella Toon. And she took the ball high up the pitch, but it's gone out for a throw to Holland on this near side. And we have got just over 15 minutes to play. Can England find the winner, which would really, really put us in a great position in this group very early on. And we have been the better team in the second half. There's absolutely no doubt about that. We were poor in the first half, but this has been better. Jess Carter now finds Lauren Hemp on this near side. She's been great in the second half. Oh, she's gone past 2 players, Lauren Hemp. Can she get the cross in? She does get the cross in. Oh, it's a little bit too high for Chloe Kelly. Again, brilliant play from Lauren Hemp. She's been the player who's made a big difference for England in this second half. Just running at that Holland defence, putting some dangerous crosses in. She has really made the difference. But no one could get on the end of that cross.
Come on.
And Holland got it clear. And now England coming forward again. Jess Carter over halfway. Plays the ball to Lauren Hemp again. They're going to try and find Lauren Hemp at every opportunity, aren't they now?
Yeah. Who wouldn't?
And she's got the ball again, Lauren Hemp. Just have a little bit of a breather maybe. She's worked so hard in this second half. Plays the ball back to Alex Greenwood. This is good from England, though, keeping possession. Dinks that ball over the top, looking for the run in behind of Ella Toon, but good defending actually in the end by Holland, and they managed to get the ball clear. It's come back though to Alex Greenwood. Holland can't really get the ball at the minute. England are in control.
Come on, sis.
Russo now, it's her goal that's brought England level. Deservedly so as well for the second half performance. Oh, and lost out there, Katie Zellum, and suddenly Holland on the break with Victoria Palova. But she ran into a little bit of trouble there, and the ball's now back with Mary Earps. And now Victoria Palova's gone down. Let's hope it's not nothing to worry about ahead of Sunday, because she's been good tonight. She seems to have run out of legs a little bit in the second half. We're going to make some changes now. Holland are making 2 changes. It's going to be Brooks to go off, and it is Victoria Palova going off as well. She's played well, Victoria Palova. Keep yourself right for Sunday. That's all we care about. Get yourself off, have a rest. And it's going to be Vika Captain's coming on for Holland in place of Vicky Palova. Had a great game tonight. Brilliant performance from her. More of the same on Sunday, please. It would be much appreciated. Let's hope she hasn't got an injury. Let's hope it's just a bit of cramp or something. Anyway, England coming forward again. And again, it's with Lauren Hemp, but the referee has stopped the play for some reason. Not quite sure why. Anyway, I'm not sure who else came on for Holland, actually. Number 2, who is Lynn Wilms, actually, who plays for Wolfsburg, of course. As we know, our old foes from the Champions League. Of course, we won't be playing this season, will we? Anyway, let's not worry too much about that. Really bright now in possession for England over on that far side. Plays the ball up line to Chloe Kelly. This is, again, good play for England, keeping the ball well. Katie Zellum plays it forward to Alex Greenwood, but she runs into trouble there with Bierenstein, who wins the ball back. She's very strong, isn't she? And now Holland are coming forward, looking dangerous. We're into the last 12 minutes of this game. Is someone going to find a late winner? Is there going to be some late drama in this game? Which has had its moments. It's been, the second half's been quite good, actually.
Up and down, like.
It has, yeah. Both teams have had spells of good play, some chances at both ends. England have had quite a few chances in the end in this game. Towards the end of the first half and throughout the second half, we've had quite a few. We've probably had more chances than Holland have, actually. And you could say maybe that we perhaps do deserve to win this game. But anyway, we aren't so far. Russo now, though, on this near side, looking to try and make something happen. She got the goal. She'll be looking for another one, I'm sure. Lauren Hemp plays the ball in field to Georgia Stanway, gets it out of her feet and plays it out wide. That far side, Lucy Bronze cuts in, plays it back to Georgia Stanway. This is good from England. Stanway tries a shot from distance, but it's wide. Maybe a little bit too optimistic there. Did they get a deflection? It looks like it might be a corner, is it? Terry says, well played, Vicky played over there. She did, yeah. She had a great game, didn't she? And I say, hopefully more of the same to come on Sunday. Would be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, it is. I don't think it did get a deflection because it looks like it's going to be a goal kick to Holland, which Daphne Van Domselaar is going to go over to take. And we're coming towards the last 10 minutes. There'll be a bit more stoppage time in this half, won't there? Because there's been one or two little injuries. The one to Jackie Groening just before, and England had injury as well, didn't they? Anyway,
Yeah,
Lauren Hemp, yeah. Anyway, Holland now back in possession again, trying to come forward. That's a ball dinked over the top again, looking for the run in behind of Bierenstein. That's what she likes to do. She wasn't offside this time, but she didn't manage to keep the ball. But Holland have got possession over on that far side. They are looking to try to find a winner now. So we're coming up towards the last 10 minutes here in Utrecht. It is still Holland 1, England 1 in this Nations League game. And are the points going to be shared? Or can England's much improved second half bring the victory? But it is Holland at the moment in possession. Ball up this near side. There's some movement ahead here. That's a good ball, actually. Cross comes in. It's behind Bierenstein, and she was wanting that more in front of her there. It went behind her, and she wasn't able to get the shot away. And there's a foul there over on that far side. And it's the substitute, actually, captain. It was with that cross. And Russo's going off. A great goal from her. A decent performance in the end. She's worked hard up there. She didn't get a lot of service, did she? But what a goal it was. Brilliant finish. And it's Lauren James coming on. So Terry will be happy that Lauren James has replaced Russo. But
I would have kept Russo.
I'm quite happy that Russo's getting a rest, to be fair, ahead of Sunday. She's got a goal tonight, which will give her that confidence as well. And now she gets a rest for 10 minutes. And she's not been injured, which is a bonus, isn't it? So we should have a fully fit Alessia Russo for the game on Sunday. Anyway, England now, though, with Lauren James now, is probably going to be playing. Oh, actually, she looks like she's more come out to the left-hand side, and Lauren Hemp maybe is playing through the centre, which she can do a good job there, we know. But anyway, Russo's gone off. Terry says, well played, Gouda girl, giving Holland a chance. Yeah. Gone down to 10. Havertz has come on. No, she's not that bad. She's so I think Lauren James is a good player, but she just has to learn the right final decisions in what she's doing. Millie Bright there gets a little bit of revenge on Bierenstein there, pushes her off the ball, and England get possession again. Alex Greenwood. And this second half has been pretty good from England, you have to say, against a good Holland side. They're decent, Holland, and we've dominated the second half. And it makes up for the rather flat first half performance, you have to say it was. And let's remember that Holland did concede a goal in stoppage time to lose at the weekend on Friday against Belgium. So maybe they're vulnerable to a late goal. Let's see if we can find one. We've got 7.5 minutes to play. Ball looking to try and get Lauren Hemp in behind on. Lauren
Come
James
on,
has won it back
come
now.
on.
Lauren Hemp again touches it off to Lauren James on this near side. Having a little first real run at the Holland defence. Can she get a cross in? Oh, she tackles herself there, trying to be a little bit too clever. Again, this is what we just said about Lauren James. She's got a lot of talent and ability, but sometimes she doesn't make the right decisions in that final third. And she didn't on that particular occasion. And now Holland have got a counter-attacking opportunity over on that far side. Again, it's in towards Beerenstein, but Millie Bright's across there. Good tackle. It was inside the penalty area as well. So if she got that wrong, could have been danger there for England. It was a great tackle. Holland making 2 more substitutions now as well. They're bringing on Damaris Egrola as well. It is Jackie Gronin going off. She did have that injury a bit earlier. No surprise to see her going off. It is Damaris Egrola's going on. Another good young player for Holland, of course. And Beerenstein's going off, actually. So she's not going to get herself a goal tonight because she is going off. So she's not going to be offside anymore in this game. And it is Renata Janssens coming on to replace her. So 2 more substitutions for Holland. They've made a few. England still made just those 2, haven't they? That's it. We only made 1 the other night and just 2 tonight anyway.
What about many people to replace?
Well, no, we don't really know.
To make a difference.
I would like to see Katie Robinson get some minutes on the pitch. Well, she's more like a winger, isn't she? She sort of plays on the right wing, but Chloe Kelly's in. I mean, she can switch to the left and you can put Lauren James more in the centre, take Ella Toon off. Anyway, talking of Ella Toon, she's on the ball now. Plays the ball for it. That's a decent ball.
That's a good
Lauren
one.
Hempron running behind on this near side.
She needs some help.
She's going to try and take on Speetzer, but she's held up. Plays the ball square instead to Lauren James. Gets it back again. Lauren Hemp. Speetzer was a bit too clever for her there. Pinched the ball off, showing all of her experience. But she's actually giving the ball away to Jess Carter. England still in possession. Coming forward. See if England can get the goal. We've got 5.5 minutes to play of normal time. Be a couple of minutes of stoppage time, you feel.
Yeah.
But there's still enough time for England to get the winner. Lauren James, though, again, runs into trouble a little bit. And then throws herself on the ball. Actually, she's done well. She's done really well. And then she's fouled there by Speetzer, surely. The referee says no. Looked like a foul. Anyway, we carry on. And Ella Toon. And how is that a foul and the first one not? It's Georgia Stanway, sorry, with that there. But anyway. Terry says, question for you. How much stick have you taken this week after our rubbish result and Newcastle's win? Yeah, I mean, everyone at work's been quite happy about Newcastle. But to be fair, everybody has the same impression that Sheffield United, pretty much, that's the worst ever Premier League performance any team's ever given.
It was good to watch,
you know, I mean, Newcastle got all those goals, which was amazing. But it wasn't so much how well Newcastle played, it was more how terrible Sheffield United were.
Oh, don't give Newcastle credit.
No,
don't give
Newcastle
credit.
played okay.
We got 8 goals.
Yes,
Come on, give
goals.
good credit.
So what? We're still
just because you can't get 8 goals against anybody.
Well, we haven't played Sheffield United yet.
No, you won't get 8 goals, though.
No, probably not. I don't think anyone will do that again, actually.
That was good to watch.
Well, it was just terrible for Sheffield United, but.
Well, I don't support Sheffield United.
But they've got a rather more difficult game tomorrow, Newcastle, in the Carabao Cup against Man City. So
oh well, yeah.
I'm sure they won't be scoring 8 goals again.
I don't think they'll be scoring any.
No, probably not. But anyway,
no.
That was obviously it was the big.
It was just good.
It was. I'm sure it's the first time there's been 8 different goal scorers from one team in a Premier League game.
Yeah, there were 8 different ones.
It was sort of amusing to watch, wasn't it? I suppose, but yeah, Sheffield United were dreadful. Anyway, England got a throw. We're into the last 3.5 minutes. Can England get a victory in this game? I mean, maybe if you look at it overall, the 90 minutes, a draw may well be a fair result. Holland were the better team in the first half. England have been the better team in the second half. England have used their good play better in terms of creating chances, but a draw would probably be a fair result maybe over the course of the game. But there's still time for somebody to win it. And hopefully it's going to be England.
Just can't slip up.
But there's not a lot of time now. You do feel as though any goal now is going to be the winning goal. But let's see, Holland now trying to come forward. That's well won back, is it, by Lauren Hemp? No, it isn't. In fact, it's a foul. Is the referee going to book her for that? No, she's not. That's probably fair enough. I mean, she did win the ball, but she did come through the back of Speetzer, and you can't really tackle like that anymore. He'd have probably got away with that 20 years ago, but not in 2023, unfortunately. It is a free kick to Holland. We're coming up towards the last 2.5 minutes now here in Utrecht. It's been quite a tense game in the end, hasn't it? A poor first half from England, much better though in the second half. But
Definitely
there's still work to do if we're going to come away
going,
with something. And a draw here, we said at the start, didn't we? A draw in this game wouldn't be a bad result away against a decent Holland team. But Holland now looking as though they're going to try and win it in the last few minutes. Emerson says there, Maritza and Wolsey start for Switzerland. No, good. A lot of them getting minutes under their belt, which is good. Better playing these games than pre-season friendlies, aren't they? So, you know, it's all going to be good looking ahead to the weekend.
Oh dear me.
But there's still time left in this game for somebody to get a dramatic winner. Will it be England?
Come on, England.
Let's see if we can find this goal.
England.
Will Holland lose very late on again for the second game in a row? It's another throw to England in front of the dugouts over on the far side. Lucy Bronze is going to take this for England. There is going to be a little bit of added time, but we're not sure yet. There's a minute and a half to play of normal time, so it's probably a couple of minutes of stoppage time as well. There is enough time for England. We might get one more big chance. Let's see.
Get on the floor.
But Holland now looking to get that ball away, but Chloe Kelly picks it up on that far side. Dinks the ball into the box. They're looking for Ella, and he comes out to Lauren James. Tries to pop the into the box just too high. Lauren James there. She's got a couple of great goals in the World Cup, didn't she? In fact, she got 3 in the World Cup until that red card kind of put a stop to her good play. And although she came back, of course, later on, she was momentum from the tournament had gone by that point. And she didn't have the same impact again, did she? But it was a good World Cup from Lauren James overall, wasn't it? Anyway, Holland now inside the centre circle. England picked the ball. That's a poor ball actually given away from Alex Greenwood. The ball played through the centre. There's a chance here for Holland. Oh, and they've scored. It's Holland who scored a last-minute goal. And it's a substitute who's got it as well. Janssen. She only just came on in the Beerenstein position. Got in between the two England centre-halves. A poor ball actually out from Alex Greenwood. It was a really poor ball. Gave the ball away in a dangerous area. And in the last minute, Holland have got the victory. And yeah, poor ball that was from Alex Greenwood. A really lazy ball, a tired ball rather. The ball played through there, and that's a really good finish into the top corner, actually. You have to say, not great defending from England. 3 England players around her, and she managed to find the top corner. It's a great goal from Janssen, it has to be said, but not good play from England, not good defending at all. Terry says, good goal, well taken. Yeah, I mean, it was a well taken goal, but it wasn't great defending, was it? Let's be honest. Alex Greenwood, very, very poor ball out. And it looks as though Holland are going to get the 3 points very, very late. They lost it late on Friday, and it looks like they've won it late here, unless England can find something very dramatic it's going to be 5 minutes of stoppage time, actually. So there is still time for England to find a goal to get a point, which we deserve. Anyway, Lauren James now brings the ball forward. It's with 2. Lauren James again on this near side. Can England respond immediately to going behind?
Come on.
Now it's with Katie Zellum, dinks the ball into the box. Oh, Lauren Hemp tried to flick it on. It's fell to Millie Bright, who's played as a centre forward now. Why not? She's had some success up there before. The cross comes in, headed out. Almost falls to Millie Bright, but Holland get it clear. And in fact, we play on. There's a Lucy Bronze over on that far side. Whips it in again. Header comes in. Again from Holland, clear it away. But England really having a go now in these last few seconds to try to get the equaliser. But it is all right from updating my score on here, have I? Got a bit excited there, carried away with the game. But it is Holland 2, England 1. And there's an injury now, so there's going to be some more injury time. We've played 2 of the 5. But it looks as though it is going to be Renata Janssen's goal that gives Holland the victory here. It'll only be, of course, a second defeat, won't it, for Sarina Weigman as England manager. The first one, of course, came earlier this year against Australia. And looks as though we're going to be losing for a second time. It was a good finish into the top corner. But, yeah, not brilliant play there, was it, from England? Terry says it's because there's no Gooner girls on the pitch. Yeah, that's obviously one of the reasons. But anyway, it looks as though Holland are going to win this game. But there is going to be a bit more stoppage time now, of course, because of this injury. It says 3 minutes of stoppage time play, but of course, it's only really about 2, isn't it? So we've still got 3 minutes to play. There is still time for England to find a dramatic equaliser, but we need to get the ball up the other end. And at the moment, Holland have got it over on that far side. Dominic Janssen plays it forward. England have picked the ball up. Lauren James, she's got a lot of space in front of her. Dinks the ball over the top. It's going to come all the way through to Chloe Kelly on that far side. Got it under control, Chloe Kelly, but she's been forced away from the goal. Nice turn, actually, from Casey. Just manages to keep the ball in. She's won a throw for England. It's almost now or never, isn't it? Chloe Kelly on that pass. Can she get a cross in? She does get a cross in, but it's not a great cross. It's gone into the side netting. And it's going to be a goal kick to Holland, and they're not far away now from the victory. And in fact, it's going to be, if it finishes like this, it'll be all 3 games that have finished in this group have finished 2-1 to the home team. So we'll see how Scotland get on against Belgium later on. It'll be nearly half-time. In fact, it will be half-time there, won't it? We'll check that score in a minute, but let's just see what happens. We're into the last minute of stoppage time, but I think there's going to be at least one more on top. England have got a throw now on this near side, just inside England's half. We need to get the ball forward quite quickly. Are we going to get one more big chance in this game? In fact, I think, what's the referee done there? The Holland players are asking how long to go. It was a foul throw, actually, to England there. It's going to be a throw now to Holland instead. That was a waste, wasn't it? Gifted possession back to Holland. And they're not going to be in any rush to take this, are they, now?
Yeah.
They throw it up the line. England have got possession there instead. Alex Greenwood should be wanting to make up for that mistake. But England can't get the ball forward. It's gone out for a throw to... Yeah, it's a throw to England, though. And this is it now. We have played the 5 minutes of stoppage time, but it will be, I reckon, about another minute or so to be added on for that injury that happened during this stoppage time. So England might well get one more chance, but no more than that. Alex Greenwood throws it forward for Lauren Hemp, but it goes out. It's going to be a throw to Holland. And time is very much against England now. We've played the 5 minutes. It's whatever the referee wants to add on. It looks as though Sarina Weigman's going to suffer a second defeat as England manager. This will be the first competitive defeat because the Australia game was a friendly, of course. And this is a competitive fixture, isn't it? The Nations League. So it'll be the first competitive defeat that she suffered as a manager since the 2019 World Cup final, of course, for Holland, who lost to America, didn't they? But anyway, England can't keep the ball now. Player's just gone down injured. It is going to be a free kick to England. It's Katie Zellum. And this will now be last chance, isn't it, for England? We just need to get that ball forward. And it's going to be a yellow card to Jill Roord, who was committed that foul. Mary Earps has come to take this free kick. This is going to be it now, isn't it? This is the last chance, the only opportunity we're going to get now. We just have to whack that ball into... Oh, it was quite a late challenge, actually, from Jill Roord. Anyway, this is it now. We've played 6 minutes of stoppage time. You imagine it's just seconds remaining now. Mary Earps is going to take this free kick. It's 20 yards inside England's half. She's going to launch this towards that Holland penalty area. It's a matter of hope for the best now, isn't it? Can England get a flick on this? Mary Earps goes long. It's a decent ball. Isn't it going to be an England head? It isn't. It's a Dutch head, but England still managed to keep the ball forward. But it's too late. The full-time whistle's gone. And Holland have won. A second defeat for Sarina Weigman. You have to say, we probably didn't deserve to lose that game for the way we played in the second half. The first half was poor, or certainly 35 minutes of it was poor. We improved a lot towards the end of the first half. We had a really good second half. Got the goal with Russo, had one or two more opportunities as well. But in the end, it was a poor mistake at the back in the very last minute. Allowed Renata Janssen to score the winning goal. The 2 goals England conceded tonight were quite poor defensively. They were both well finished, but poor defensively. And we wasn't clinical enough at the other end. We had a few chances today at the post. Van Domslaar's made 2 or 3 good saves. And we wasn't quite good enough at either end, were we, tonight? And, you know, we played well, I thought, in the second half, but it wasn't quite enough, was it, in the end, to get any points from the game? And we've lost it's rare to see this Lionesses team lose, isn't it? We don't lose many games. But yeah, that was not what we wanted at all tonight. Terry says, too many Chelsea players on the pitch. Well, yeah, that's true. We should know we ain't going to win and play rubbish football. I mean, I thought in the second half we played well tonight, actually. And, you know, I think a draw would have been a fair result over the 90 minutes. Both teams had spells. Holland played well in the first half. We played well in the second half. Maybe a case of missed opportunities a little bit because we had quite a few chances, didn't we, that we didn't take. So, and I say the 2 goals we conceded were our own mistakes, essentially, weren't they? So we're to blame tonight for this defeat. We just didn't do enough at the 2 ends of the pitch. You know, we were too sloppy at the back with the goals we conceded, and we missed the chances at the other end. You know, you could say we're unfortunate at times as well, but the second half was good. I thought we played well, but ultimately we wasn't quite clinical enough, and we've lost. But, you know, it's very early days in this Nations League. There's a lot of games still to play, and we've got plenty of opportunities to come back and still obviously get this job done and qualify and make it through. Terry says they can't afford to play with 10 men at this level. See, Lauren James isn't that bad. I didn't think she did too badly, but she wasn't on very long. And it certainly wasn't her fault that we lost. It was just a mistake at the back from Alex Greenwood. And at this level, you get punished when you're playing very good teams. And that's what happened. But I think we need to take a lot of encouragement from the second half performance. You know, the first half was quite flat for most of it. But the second half was much better. You know, we pressed them higher up the pitch. We had a bit more energy, and we created some good opportunities. We just wasn't able to take them, and that's what happens. You know, you don't score when you get the chances, and you're always liable to be caught out on a counter attack, and that's what happened. But yeah, the second half was good, and that was a lot more positive. You know, I felt maybe overall tonight we probably played better than we did against Scotland over the 90 minutes. But as I said before, Holland are a much better team than Scotland, and if you're not at your very best level, you're not gonna win, certainly away from home. So unfortunate to lose in the way that we did, but you know, we'll take the positives. The second half was much better, and it was a great goal from Alessia Russo as well, which we enjoyed. But yeah, the result wasn't what we wanted tonight. And, you know, the group's going to be wide open. Let's have a look and see how Scotland are doing, because I say every game's finished 2-1 to the home team so far. So it'd be funny if they won 2-1 as well, wouldn't it? Let's have a look if we can see the other results. Oh, no, Belgium are winning. Oh, Belgium winning 1-0, actually. They've only just scored. Miss Epo scored for Belgium. But maybe Scotland have got time to come back. There's still a long time to go in that game, 35 minutes. So there's still time for Scotland to come back and win. Otherwise, Belgium will be top of the group with 6 points. Other than that, it's quite close, isn't it? England and Holland both on 3 now. But yeah, it was. I didn't think there was much to choose between the sides overall. I thought it was quite an even game. Both teams had good spells. Both teams had a few chances, and yeah, I think a draw would have been fair. But it wasn't to be, was it? And England have, a very rare defeat under Sarina. In fact, a rare defeat for Sarina as a manager anyway. Whoever she's managed, she doesn't lose very often, does she? But we have done that tonight. What did you make of that in the end?
Well, I didn't want it to be that. I said 2-1, but it wasn't supposed to be for them.
Well, no, it wasn't supposed to be for them, no. And I think a draw would have been fair, wouldn't it? Yeah. Really?
Yeah, I would have preferred a draw, but
yeah, I thought we deserved a draw for the second half, really. But
yeah,
I say mistakes at each end, really. Some sloppy defending and not great finishing at the other end, and that's why we've lost. But you know, I feel a little. I know it seems strange because we won on Friday and we've lost today, but I actually feel a little bit more encouraged by today's game than I was on Friday, because Friday the second half was so poor that you thought that you felt quite deflated by it. Whereas at least, yes, we've lost the game at the end there, but the second half performance was pretty good against a very good side. So I don't feel too bad about it really.
So Belgium's at the top, and then we are.
Yeah, but the Scotland game's still going on. Yeah, Scotland might get a goal, so we have to wait and see. But yeah, we us and Holland are level on points. There's still a lot of games to play. You play one home and away.
So who gets through? How many gets through?
I think the top 2 go through.
Top 2.
Yeah, the top 2 go through. I think it is. We've got 2 matches to come against Belgium, home and away, in the next 2 fixtures. So they're going to be big games, aren't they? We certainly need at least 3 points from them 2, if not 4, really.
So we'll play Netherlands again.
Yeah, we play Netherlands again, and then Scotland away. Right. Yeah, Netherlands at home and then Scotland away. That'll finish it off then, and then that's all done. Which I think is December.
What happened with Belgium?
Yeah, we played them twice, home and away, one after the other. And then we finish with Holland and then Scotland.
Oh, let's see what Red has to say.
But yeah. I mean, I think a draw would have been fair, but I thought the second half was quite good.
It was better than the first half.
We played well, I thought, in the second half, really, and we were the better team. But we didn't get that second goal, and what a terrible goal to concede. That's such a tired pass, isn't it, from Alex Greenwood? And straight to Lika Martins, and she plays the ball through. That's a good finish. You have to say, had Beerenstein still been on, she'd have probably missed that, or she'd have been offside. So that was probably a good substitution from Holland to get her off and get Janssen on, because that's a very good finish actually. And it's a goal that probably deserves to win a game. Very good finish, but yeah, disappointing, isn't it? But it is what it is. Luckily, it's not the World Cup or the Euro. No, it's unusual. We don't lose many games. It's only the second one in 2.5 years or 2 years, whatever, since Sarina's been there. So very unusual to lose a game. But there you go. That's what's happened. We've lost, and we've got a lot of work to do in this group now. 2 big games to come against Belgium next month. So we need to play better. But hopefully, the season would have started. Everyone's a bit more into the rhythm of the game. I felt tonight in that first half in particular, we were miles off as we were on Friday. But the improvement in the second half was good. The squad depth's looking a little bit weak though, isn't it? There wasn't. We said, didn't we, Chloe Kelly and Lauren Jones, about the only 2 players on the bench that could come on and make a difference. They're the only 2 that did come on.
Chloe Kelly made a big difference.
And Chloe Kelly did make a big difference. She played
always does so.
Yeah, she helped set up that goal. And I thought she had a decent game, but yeah, Lauren Jones wasn't really on long enough to have much impact.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, that is a problem. We haven't got enough players on the bench to really make an impact. But I say we have got a few players missing, as we know. Kira Walsh, obviously, as we know, Beth Mead, as we said before, Leah Williamson, of course, all great players that are going to come back and improve this team going forward. Yeah. Beth could well be back for the Belgium games actually, which would be nice.
Is she?
Yeah. She'll probably play for Arsenal like in the next couple of weeks. Ooh. So Beth Mead will probably be back for Belgium. So that's going to make a difference, isn't it? But yeah, a few little weaknesses in the squad at this moment in time. But hopefully we can bounce back and beat Belgium, or certainly get a win and a draw against Belgium in the 2 games would be good, and that'll put us in a good position in the group, won't it? But yeah, tonight it didn't. The second half was better, but not enough, not good enough, was it, to win or get a draw even and get a result in this game? And yeah, it's unfortunate, but we move on and look ahead, of course, to the start of the WSL season, which is going to be exciting, isn't it? So yeah, disappointing tonight, but we don't lose too many games, so we can't feel too bad. I actually feel reasonably upbeat about that second half performance, because I thought we did play well.
Looking back there, there's a few.
We played some good football. We had some chances. Yeah, we did. We had some chances. We played pretty well in that second half actually. And Holland are a good side. Let's not have no kind of qualms about that. They're a very good side, and we played well in that second half. Anyway, Millie Bright. Let's have a listen to Millie Bright. Shall we see what she has to say for herself, the captain
They started with some really good parts of the game where we really dominated. I thought they were ruthless when they had their opportunities, and to be honest, we gifted them 2 goals, which is really disappointing on our behalf. So yeah, I think when you concede in that manner, that's the most disappointing thing, especially when games like this really matter. But for us, reflect, still well in it. It's just one game, and it's one of the moments where we can either or get our heads down and be negative, but there's still a lot to play for. We've got to rest, recover, go again, reflect, because listen, games are getting harder and harder. These opponents are getting better and better, and we've got to reflect, evolve, get better as a team, develop. Difficult periods in both games, and tonight we just couldn't find that way to win. But yeah, disappointing to concede the goals that we did.
Were the team lacking sharpness, both physically and mentally? It's only been 5 weeks since the World Cup final.
No, I think, like I said, periods of the game were really good, where we did have, a lot of the ball. I think first half they had a lot of the ball. Second half, we definitely came out a different team and put the passes together, better quality in possession. So no, I think they were really good parts. But like I said, when you give 2 goals like that, then it makes it very hard to, like I said, they had probably less chances, but really, really clinical in those. We had a couple, but just, not ruthless enough in that area. Thanks, mate. Thank you.
Okay, they go into.
Well, yeah, that's pretty fair, isn't it? I mean, we'd said the same, really. We missed too many chances and gifted them 2 goals. So, but yeah, I'm glad in a way that Millie wasn't looking to blame the fact that maybe it is pre-season in a sense, because Holland are in the same position. We did look a little bit off it in that first half, as we did on Friday, but we got into it much better second half, and it was an encouraging performance in the end there, but just stupid goal to concede, really, wasn't it? So maybe a little bit of tiredness there from Alex Greenwood's pass, and but anyway, it's it is what it is. We've lost the game, and we just got to try to bounce back when we play Belgium in those 2 games, which now are so important, aren't they? If we're gonna get through this group, we're gonna have to get some points there, because Holland have got to play 2 games against Scotland, and you would imagine they're going to get probably 6 points against Scotland, aren't they, Holland? So we're going to have to get some points against Belgium, aren't we? 4 points as a minimum, really, for them 2 games. So that's what we need to look for. Obviously, hopefully all 6. But Belgium are a decent team, so it's not going to be easy. But let's see what happens. I'm sure we'll be in a slightly better place when we play them. Hopefully, Beth, hopefully will be back. I don't see why she won't be. And, we should be a little bit more in tune with things by then. Everyone's played a few games in the league and whatever, and they should be into it. So hopefully that'll go better. But yeah, disappointing. But, we've lost the game, and that's it, isn't it? We can't really, we can't change that now. But the second half was better, and that's the main thing to kind of take from it, really. So that's it then. England have lost 2-1. It was a very poor first half, and it was a goal from Lika Martins gave Holland the lead. We hit the post, Rachel Daly, and we had 1 or 2 other chances before half-time, but the second half was much better. Chloe Kelly came and made a difference. She helped to create the equaliser for Russo. Good finish, actually, from Alessia Russo. She was kind of going backwards, the ball was behind her, but she managed to put it into the top corner. And it looked as though we were going to get a draw, which would have been fair, probably, but I say last minute mistake at the back from Alex Greenwood. Lika Martins played the ball through to the substitute Renata Janssen, and a decent finish. And as Millie Bright said there, they were more clinical in front of goal. And that's what's made the difference in the end. And to finish Holland 2, England 1 in the Nations League. But we can forget about that now and look forward to what is a busy week coming up still on the channel. Tomorrow, I'm back at 7:30, for the Arsenal versus Brentford game in the Carabao Cup. That is going to be interesting to see the team line up for the start of. And let's see how that game goes tomorrow. So join me for that 7:30. Friday, 7:30 again, we are back with the Arsenal Women's Show. It is the WSL season preview, looking ahead to the big kickoff. Our game against Liverpool at the Emirates could be another massive crowd. I think 50,000 tickets may have been sold or getting on towards that already. So we're going to look into that, of course, looking at the teams to watch out for this season. Aston Villa will be one of them, amongst others. So that'll be on Friday. Then Saturday, of course, another watch along. The Arsenal men are away at Bournemouth in the Premier League. A 3:00 kickoff, unusual, isn't it? So I'll be here at 2:45 for that one. So join me for that one. And then, of course, Sunday, as we said, the start of the WSL season, Arsenal versus Liverpool from the Emirates. kicking off at 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon. So I'll be at 1:45 to bring you that game as well. So loads of great stuff to look forward to on the channel this week, and hopefully there'll be some better results to look forward to than there was tonight. But we, unfortunately, we can bring it this shows, we can bring it a watchalong, but we can't influence the result, unfortunately. So we just have to get what we're given, and tonight it wasn't what we wanted. But hopefully tomorrow and going forward into the weekend, we'll get all the victories that we want. But yeah, join me for all of that if you can. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying what we do. And I say I'll be back tomorrow anyway at 7:30. So please join me for that if you can. But yeah, not the greatest result for England tonight, but plenty of good stuff still to look forward to. So what I'm going to do, I know it's not the World Cup anymore, but I'm going to play out the World Cup song again because it is great and it's another opportunity to listen to anyway. So thanks for watching. I will see you at 7:30 tomorrow. It finished Holland 2, England 1. Come on, you Lionesses. But we'll be back against Belgium. See you tomorrow, guys. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.
Lionesses, you come so far, but don't forget who you are. Your roots are yours, but also ours. Giving hope to rising stars. Lionesses, here we go. 2-0.